Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Whiskey Media Happy Hour. It is Friday after GDC, Member Appreciation Friday.
Yes.
Alexis needs to mute his laptop. How are you doing, Jeff Gerstmann?
I'm doing a fantastic Will Smith.
Well, do you have a good GDC?
Yeah, it was fun. You know,
Okay.
we got out there and saw some pretty interesting games.
Okay.
And we actually can't talk about all that stuff just yet. But
that's less exciting than I was hoping for.
no, I know. But you know, we did see some interesting stuff like Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning.
Okay.
Which is Big Huge Games is working on that.
Oh, okay.
So we shot an interview for that. That'll be going up next week.
That sounds pretty rad.
God, what else? Shadows of the Damned. Just got to look at that
The
this
joint
week.
from Suda 51.
Yeah, so Suda 51 and
Okay.
Shinji Mikami and Yamaoka, is that the
Yeah,
third dude?
yeah.
Is that kind of like a Bayonetta type?
It's wild. It's
game, or-
wild in a way that you might expect
Okay.
Bayonetta to be, but it's not necessarily like that kind of
It's not
high-speed
Devil
character
May
action.
Cry, crazy
Yeah,
combat.
yeah, it's
Okay.
not that type
Okay.
of crazy. Of course, we went and saw SOCOM 4. We went and saw Hybrid, the new game from Fifth Cell, and there are interviews for that up on the site right now. We
Cool.
went and saw Batman, Arkham City.
I saw that demo. That is
Yeah.
an awesome demo.
So we saw that demo again, and then an
Okay.
additional 10 seconds after it, which we can't talk about until sometime next week because it's so crazy. It's
10
going to
seconds.
blow your mind.
You know, and I don't want to alarm anybody at Warner Brothers, but that 10 seconds, the contents of it, I totally guessed it the first time we saw that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Like, it's not-
Catwoman is really Robin?
It's not that far-fetched.
Oh, wait. Can't talk about that.
There's another secret in that demo, though, that I did a little
you've
bit
been
of
detectiving.
sleuthing. I've put on
Yes.
my detective vision, detective hearing, actually.
Would you say that this
And,
makes you the world's greatest detective, Jeff Gerstmann?
I would say that that's one of the many things
Okay.
that makes me the
I
world's
think that's
greatest detective.
fair.
I
I
own
think
my
that's
own
fair.
magnifying glass.
Okay. Do you have a hat?
No, but I can take two baseball caps and put them like forward and back, and
I don't believe that that's even possible.
and then put one over the other one, and it's
Okay.
pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
It's pretty much the
I'm
same
with
thing.
you so far, but that sounds crazy. What did you sleuth out about the Batman Arkham City demo?
So there are parts in that demo where they have gone in and intentionally reversed words in the script. There's a part where Batman's talking to Catwoman,
You know, like
kind
somebody
of
says the word
interrogating her,
backwards?
and he says like, "What do you know about?" And then this phrase has been reversed, and then the people giving the demo just look around like, "Oh, what is that?" Oh. Like they're trying to hide it from people, but not very well.
Okay.
So I decided that I
Okay.
wanted to have some notes for this demo later on, so we could talk about it more effectively. So
Okay.
I recorded the audio,
That's very clever.
and then decided I would
Using
just
some sort of detective audio
my
recording
detective
thing?
iPhone 4 was pretty
okay.
usul for that.
Then you
It's
reversed it with audio.
It's jailbroken to have magnifying glass. That's
Wow.
really actually my magnifying glass.
You just hold up your phone to the ground and walk around.
Kind of go like this.
That's
kind of go like this.
This is better by the moment.
So
What does it say? That's what we want to know.
It says Protocol 10.
Protocol 10.
Like, what do you know about Protocol 10?
Well, it's between Protocol 9 and Protocol 11.
Uh-huh.
Beyond that, something about releasing gas, maybe?
Yeah, I don't really know. So, it doesn't. We ran it by our resident comic book experts to see
Okay.
if this was some sort of comic book reference
Okay.
that my
love.
tiny brain too small to understand. And they were like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So it's something specific to the game that will probably figure more heavily in kind of the interplay between like Joker and like Hugo Strange and that sort of stuff.
It sounds
but
like the Riddler may be up to no good.
that's also pretty likely.
Possibly.
That's also pretty likely.
Brad Shoemaker, anything exciting for you from GDC?
I just got back from watching the Union guys driving forklifts, tearing that thing down. And that was pretty exciting.
Wow.
Woo!
Yeah.
Go
That actually
Teamsters.
does sound
We are
awesome.
for
Yeah,
Freeman.
I could not be happier that GDC is over, actually.
Did you tear a banner down on your way
yeah,
out?
I was hooting and hollering.
that
yeah,
fucker
we,
down?
We were doing an interview overlooking the floor
Okay.
up on a walkway, and just here comes a forklift, and all the kiosks are suddenly off and like getting dismantled.
Nice.
So
So they don't just bring a bulldozer in and just sweep the whole thing out? Because that would be pretty
I
awesome.
would really cheer for that.
Yeah.
but it's crazy to be at like a show like that or E3
Oh,
and
yeah.
to see how fast those guys go to work. Like the second that the show's over and everybody's out of there, like they tear that
Say
thing
what
up.
you will about union dudes,
Yeah.
but when it comes to ripping
5 o'clock
exposition
Friday.
floors apart, they're
Yeah. I mean, they want to get the hell out.
matter of hours afterwards, there is no show left. Like
Yeah.
it's just gone.
So it occurs to me that I should probably let you guys know that I am here because Ryan Davis is out on medical reserve this
Medical
week.
reserve,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
missing him here. But hopefully he'll be back to full strength on Monday.
Yeah, I
and
talked to him today. Sounds like his fever is not as feverish as
He
it
was
was
a little
in the past,
delirious when I talked to him.
Yeah, he was definitely
Yeah.
sending some pretty good text messages to various people over the week. I was like running into like John Drake and he'd be like, "You need to see this." Well, he's sending me. It's just like it
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. I'm like, "That's great."
He asked me this morning if I thought the moon landings were real. I said, "What do you think, Ryan?"
You said, of course
What I
not.
said. I said, I
Any
said,
rational person would say.
You're a truther?
I came in and I said I knew it was a trap. I didn't want to get reeled into that web of lies, deceit, and just Davisness.
It's not worth it.
No,
when,
it was-
to going
it
down
was
the
high
rabbit hole
danger.
with that dude. But you also spent some time at GDC.
We did. Norman, Anna, and I were down there yesterday shooting some video. We didn't have any cool backroom meetings. We didn't see any
Well,
games.
it ended up working out
really.
because I think we were actually looking to shoot some floor video, and then
Yeah.
we ran into you, and you said, "Yeah, we shot some of this, and this." And I was like, "We're totally not going to shoot a floor video."
We're glad
And
to
then we
save
went
you
and had a
that pain,
sandwich,
man.
which was great.
Yeah, it was a pretty good sandwich.
It was like,
So we're also taking calls today, of course. I don't remember the phone number, but I bet the Vinny's going to put it along the bottom of the screen there. It's
you mean
415.
508
508
3975.
That is exactly what the phone number is,
Yeah.
Jeff Grossman. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir. So if you have questions, call us. It's 415-508-3975.
Or
there it
Skype.
is right there.
Yeah.
I see it. And you can
Hooray.
Skype us at Whiskey Media. That sounds a lot more awesome. And we'll be taking calls all through the show. If anybody has any questions about GDC right now, get on the horn and maybe we'll see if we can take some answers. Make some answers happen.
Yes.
Did you guys see dueling Smell-O-Vision at GDC this
Oh,
year?
were there more than one? Because
Yeah.
we saw the
products.
game skunk.
Yeah. That's an unfortunate name for
Yeah.
a smell-related product, I think.
I think so too. But that thing was like it's like I've been describing it over and over. It's like a pencil sharpener
Yeah.
with just a hole, but mist
hole
comes
where
out
the
of the
stink
hole.
comes out.
And they had a monitor that had
Yeah.
like, here's a picture of a rose, and you're like,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. And there was like a picture of like candies, and you're like, yeah, it smells kind of sweet. All right.
Strawberry. Smelled like strawberry.
Okay, we
Coffee smelled like
left after
strawberry,
the
too.
first two. We're like, great guys.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the other one was actually tied to video cues. So this guy loaded up Avatar, and the bit where you're like running through the jungle and the giant scary panther thing is chasing Jake Sully. The climax of the movie.
Didn't
I
see
think.
it.
I got to smell what Pandora and that giant scary panther thing smelled like.
How was that?
Not good. Pretty horrible, actually. It smelled kind of like foot and locker room, and maybe a little bit of dump mixed in.
All right.
Yeah, I mean,
That
you've
sounds-
been to the
that
dump.
sounds
You know what that
potent.
smells
Oh, I've
like.
been to the dump.
It's like you go in, you actually kick the wrong thing, and all of a sudden you just.
I was like, So how did that one work? Because the game skunk
exactly
just
the same.
had, it was just like 12 cartridges,
This
and it
one
was
had
like,
20 cartridges.
oh, well, okay, it's way better then.
Well, the weird thing is you have to pull out the tray and load up cartridges for different games. So, for example, you might have like a Call of Duty cartridge that's like, cordite and gunpowder.
smells like gun
and-
smoke.
Right, exactly. And then you might play like, Pokemon, and it smells like Pikachu.
Gun smoke.
And gun smoke. And other, Pokemon-y smells. Plastic, perhaps.
Yeah.
I mean, it was totally weird. We also saw, let's see, what else did we see? We saw a brain and EEG scanner. I tried
the
that on.
NeuroSky
The
thing?
NeuroSky
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I've tried a bunch of those over the years. You guys have seen me try those before.
It's like just a full-on helmet.
No, this one, it's like, it looks like that thing from the beginning of one of the bad Star Wars movies where Obi-Wan is wearing the,
Oh, okay.
it has the clip. And
Yeah.
But it hooked onto your ear, which was a little bit weird. And then it told me how much I was concentrating or how relaxed I was.
So it was like, was that their way of figuring out who was actually engaged in their demo and who was
Dude.
fully checked out and wanted to escape?
It was literally, I've never felt more trapped in a demo because the PR woman was watching the little engagement line go down and the relaxation line go up. I was like, man,
Did she like intensify her speech at that point?
Yeah.
It was like, and when you
she's like waving arms and
Oh, wow.
it was but I got better at golf by using this thing.
Okay.
I don't play golf though, so it's kind of a low bar.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
sound all that effective.
But anyway, anything else out of GDC you guys got? Exciting developments that we can talk about, or more stuff to come next week on Giant
yeah,
Bomb,
more stuff to
perhaps?
come. We
Tons of
interviewed
stuff.
we interviewed Ed Boon, talked to him more about Mortal Kombat.
Okay. Tons of podcasts.
Yeah, lots of
Great
podcasts. One of those
podcasts.
is up on the site right now, and another one coming probably tomorrow.
Okay.
I don't want to necessarily just rush them both out at the same time.
No, you
Give people
gotta
time
ease
to
into
listen
that.
to them. You got to
Yeah.
take a little time.
Bunch more Sony stuff coming.
Yeah, a lot more Sony stuff.
In addition to SOCOM, we've got Uncharted 3 on the way. Infamous 2 stuff is up there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Something else.
I'm excited
It's
about
all
Infamous
blur.
2. I really like the first one.
Yeah,
I mean,
it looks good.
that's a good looking game.
User-generated missions.
Oh, neat.
There are mission editing tools in there.
Yeah.
That's an open world game first,
It is.
isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And- and
Well,
so-
unless you count Skate, because they would let you kind of draw a box and say you need
yeah.
to get this many points in this area and download that stuff from other users.
But this you can have like checkpoints where you have to go to different places and kill monsters and all that kind
So
of stuff.
I guess
They're saying you could turn it into like a side scroller if you wanted to.
maybe. Oh, you can definitely go off the path. You know that you can definitely do things with the design that they didn't do in the
Okay.
story. But yeah, like when you start a game, it's just going to ask you, do you want to enable your PSN account? And if you say yes, just like user-created missions are going to appear in your world all over the place, just like
That's
right,
crazy.
like right
I
next
mean-
to the story missions. Yeah. So.
Sony's really leaning into the user-generated
Yeah,
stuff hard.
yeah.
I mean, because Little Big Planet, of course, we've done that here. I mean, it's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
User-generated.
yeah,
But
and,
Mod
and
Nation
they
and
just
all
said
those
Mod
other games?
Nation that they had just surpassed like 2 million creations for Mod Nation Racers.
Wow, that's a
which-
lot of loading levels.
That's a lot. That's a lot of that's a lot
Yeah.
of Marios
Yeah.
and carts for
Well,
Marios.
and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Spider Mario.
So I don't know if we have the clip ready, but one more time, let's run the phone number. It's 415-508-3975.
Yep.
415-508-3975. We'll be
Yep.
taking calls all night. Alexis, do you have anything from the chat for us?
Most people just talk about Brad's beard. And,
Okay. Are you going
Great.
Beardy again?
No.
Is this Beardy Brad coming back?
Just lazy.
Just tired?
Yeah,
You don't
too
want to get
tired.
a sharp piece of metal when you've had 3 hours of sleep?
Slept like 12 hours total this week.
I haven't shaved this week either, guys.
Beardy Jeff?
Yeah, we got a couple questions about GDC, just a couple games and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear 'em.
Bring
Somebody wants to know about the tower mode in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that next week in
be
the
talking about
interview
that?
that we shot, talking about the Tower Challenge mode. They've got like 300 different challenges that you can
That is a
go
lot of
to, and
challenges.
they had the first 20 for us to mess around with. So.
Like old Mortal Kombat games had like 16 in the tower, right?
And that was just like you're fighting a dude. This
Yeah.
is like you need to only use punches, or you can't block, or like all these different kind of things.
I never block, so that's not a problem for me.
All right, well then that one will be
Nothing but punches.
totally easy for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Alexis.
And did you get to check out SOCOM 4 with the Move? And if it's any better
think they
than
were showing
what
it
it was
with
in
the
They
Move.
were
Killzone?
showing single
that-
player with the move.
You're right, they had it actually-
which we had seen before. They had their
the rifle
big
attack, right?
sharpshooter
Yeah.
gun
the crazy
thing, which
thing, yeah.
that thing is funny.
I think Vinny got some B-roll of that thing because he was also playing it in 3D, so he just looked like this ridiculous like future toy soldier.
I mean, that was how I was playing Killzone, except I didn't have the gun. I just had the move controller and the glasses, and that,
Okay.
that was futuristic.
So we have Steven from Cincinnati on the line. Steven, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes. Hey, this is Epic Steve from the boards. How you guys doing?
Hey, doing good. How about
Fantastic.
you, Steve?
Howdy.
Yeah, I had a question for Jeff.
Okay.
He's here.
Yeah, Sony seems to be doing a lot of the user-generated stuff with Infamous and Little Big Planet. Why do you think Microsoft and Nintendo aren't exactly jumping on board with that stuff? Is it not really as successful as we think it would be, or is it any other reason?
I think part of it is maybe just Sony went on to find really great success with Little Big Planet, and then they went ahead and created a whole brand around it. Thanks for your question.
Oh, yeah,
by the
thanks-
way.
thanks, Steven.
And as a result, they came up with their whole like create, share moniker, and then they rolled out Mod Nation Racers, and now they're kind of leaning into that a little harder. Whereas Microsoft has done some stuff with user-generated levels in terms of like N+ had it and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
it's always been. You always hear the developers of those things talking about what a hassle it is on the back end to get Microsoft to agree to do that stuff because they want tight control over what gets patched into the game.
They also put out that weird Kodu thing and then kind of never did much with it.
Right, yeah.
Remember that?
And
No, I
EA
don't
put
remember
out
that at
EA
all.
Create. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It was-
I mean, do you think it's a hardware thing since Sony has the hard drive and Microsoft not
that's probably
necessarily?
part of it because you can guarantee that every PlayStation
Yeah.
3 has a hard drive where you kind of have to make decisions about the Xbox where it's like, does it have the system or not? And, Nintendo, I mean, you're asking Nintendo to do online things, so that's clearly not going to happen.
Well, thanks for stopping by, guys.
Yeah.
It's been good. We're going to run...
Hey, thanks for having us.
Hey, we'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Or even later today, showing
What?
off perhaps a little Pokemon, maybe?
I'll come back and play
Don't
some
tell
Pokemon.
anybody. Right now, we're going to do Member Appreciation Week continues with the world premiere of the first couple of minutes of Tested.com's booth crawl at GDC
Thing.
2011. Roll film.
Hey guys, this is Will from Tested.
I'm Norm from Tested.
We are here at Game Developer Conference 2011. What happens
GDC.
here, Norm?
Games.
Lots and lots of games.
I play games.
This is where the business of games happens. It's where developers come to learn about new trends, new technology.
Why are we here?
Because there was a hamster ball here last year that you climbed inside.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
But no hamster ball this year. What we did see, though, were some cell phones. We saw the Xperia
The
Play.
Xperia Play.
Yep.
There'll be a full video up on that later, probably on Monday, I
Yep.
think, Sunday night.
So other cool things we saw, there was the BlackBerry Playbook here. We actually had way more hands time.
yeah, I
here
haven't gotten hands-on with that before.
than we did at CES. The multitasking looks really good.
Yeah, it was really fast.
Some of
The
the game
gestures
stuff.
seemed
Yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
actually very responsive. I'm pleasantly surprised. Even though the hardware is the same hardware as CES,
Could use a
the
brew.
software seems a lot better. Other things. Oh my goodness, Will. Smell-O-Vision.
I'd love something. A beer would be awesome. Yeah, beer would be great.
Devices that you plug into your computer,
Yeah.
and while you're watching a movie or playing a game,
The game
you will
skunk.
smell the game.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the game skunk.
And then there was one with a less
there's
funny name.
Sense Science.
Yeah.
So, like for example, Will watched Avatar, and as he was watching
I
Avatar,
smelled that
he
monster.
could smell the monster attacking him.
What's happening is the smells are cued to different parts of the movie. I don't smell cordite. No, that's not a pleasant smell. It's kind of sweaty. Musky, I think, is the polite term for that. What do you smell, Norm?
That actually does smell like strawberries. Oh yeah, I'm in the supermarket right now.
You're at GDC, Norm.
No, I'm at the supermarket. It's the holodeck. So in addition to Smell-O-Vision,
Yeah.
we also got to see the NGP. So PlayStation.
Well, we kind of saw the
we
NGP.
saw it. Wasn't on, but you could see the screen. It was a
Yeah.
pretty nice screen, like a pretty big screen.
It looked bigger and thicker and kind of more substantial than I was expecting
Yep.
from the pictures.
Yep.
We also got to play with the 3DS.
Yeah,
This is
so-
the first time we've gotten unsupervised hands-on with that.
So unsupervised.
I played some Lego Star Wars 3. It's about the Clone Wars, so I don't know if I'm so into that. But the game looked pretty good. The 3D effect worked really well. I got to experiment with the depth of the 3D, see like kind of what the viewing angles are like. It was actually a lot better than I was expecting. I was pretty optimistic about the 3D
I
capabilities
was
of that after using it.
less optimistic, just because.
So if you guys want to see the rest of that video, it'll be up on Tested later today. It's going through the whole magic of getting ready for the internet, even as we speak. I'm here with Tony and Sarah from Comic Find. How you doing, guys?
Good. How are you doing?
I heard we're talking about indie. Well, hold on. First, does anybody ever try to put smell in comic books? Like, do you know what Wolverine smells like?
Yes. Excuse me. Okay.
Oh no, it's
Sickness.
The typhus week continues here at Whiskey Media.
There was, I believe,
I'm
it was
sick.
a Ren and Stimpy comic book that had like a litter box on the cover
Okay.
and it was like
That
scratch and
sounds
sniff.
horrible.
Scratch and sniff.
in the litter box?
What did
That's
it? Did it smell like a litter
disgusting.
box?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
It was like polybag too.
Did you really scratch and sniff it?
I
You
didn't-
had to, I guess, if it's a scratch and sniff.
Yeah, you
Even if
can't
it is-
resist that.
You
I mean, you
can't.
got a little
Yeah.
buddy follows his nose. You got to
Yeah.
scratch that thing.
That's true.
So
I
we're
love
talking
that.
about indie comics this week.
Yes.
I love indie comics.
Yeah, because
Me
a
too.
lot of time,
Yeah.
you know, we spend a lot of time talking about like Marvel and DC comics. That's what most
Yeah,
people
yeah.
know.
Well, that's
but
what
everyone,
the kids
yeah,
like.
that's what the kids like. That's what I like. But a lot of times people are like, oh, you know, I would want something else, something different, and everything. So we thought we'd talk about some of the indie books.
So these are a little more adult, typically.
Basically, and not necessarily, but yeah, and there's definition about, you know, what is true indie.
Okay.
So I think we're kind of looking at it what's not Marvel or DC.
Okay,
and
but does
everything.
Vertigo count as not Marvel or DC?
That's the thing, because
that's the
they're
bad,
DC,
weird
but
place.
they're not DC.
They're owned by-
They're
but-
owned by DC, but it's so
Indie films. I mean, Fox Searchlight's owned by Fox.
true.
That's still indie,
So
right?
I say if not Marvel, DC, it's indie.
I think it's indie, only because
Okay.
they're very selective with what they publish, and it's definitely, you'll never see a superhero book coming out of.
So what's the first thing we're going to talk about today? Let's.
Is it,
We're
is
gonna
it,
talk-
am I first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, am I doing?
We'll let Sarah
All
ruin
right.
her voice first. Just
Yeah, in case.
yeah. Let's see. This is The Hunter.
This is The Hunter. Have you
Okay.
read The Hunter?
I have not read The Hunter. I've got to
Okay.
borrow this.
So Richard Stark was a pen name for Donald Westlake.
Okay.
who wrote crime novels in the 1960s.
Okay.
He's actually had movies made out of his.
So like Pulp Fiction type, not
Right.
Pulp Fiction the movie, but
Right.
Pulp Fiction the genre.
Exactly. So this is really crime noir. And what Darwin Cook did, and he's a writer and an artist, he wrote and illustrated this entire book.
Oh, cool.
The Hunter. So Parker is the name of this.
This is the first one.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. There's two.
This is the first one. Parker is the main character, and Darwin he did the adaptation of this character. So he basically wrote. The
And these are graphic novels. These weren't released serially like
Right.
comic books, or they're hardback, softback books. You buy
This
the
is
books.
a hardcover
Cool.
graphic novel, and it's literally one of the most beautiful books I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
It's not color. It's like
Oh,
this,
it's like halftones.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, and he did New Frontier. There's also The Man with the Getaway Face, which was the prelude to The Outfit. The
Okay.
Outfit came out earlier this year, or late last year, I think.
Yeah, late last year, I believe.
So he's got the whole
I don't know if
bandage,
you could
face
see that.
scarring.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's really gorgeous stuff. This is a little bit different. But
That's
it's,
that's very cool though. I mean,
it's lovely. And if you know Darwin Cook, he's also done New Frontier for DC Comics.
Okay.
So and that was a really great animated.
Yeah, I love New
movie.
Frontier. Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic.
So he did that, and I mean this is a crime novel. You know, it's an adaptation of a crime novel, so it's got all the violence.
So it's like
got all
gritty, hard-boiled
And
detective
super,
stuff.
Yeah,
Killing
exactly.
Very
people,
cool.
And
choking them.
Okay.
it's one of my personal favorite comics. So.
Yeah.
Cool. What have you got today, Tony?
Well, did you want to talk about the other?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
The other one I know you love
Oh yeah.
is Chew.
I like
and
Chew.
I've got issue 15 with me here. Chew.
Oh, this is a special.
Oh, right. It's the
Well, yeah,
special
they can't see
cover,
it.
isn't
So
Chew is
Last Supper.
intense.
But it's really funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you've got like this crazy wraparound cover that comes around like
and is this
even into
is
the
this
interior.
complete? Like I
No.
No.
It's-
Okay.
it's
So
ongoing.
So
yeah.
we've had 2 volumes released so far, and the last volume was released late last year. We're on issue 17 that came out on the 2nd. So Tony Chew is a psychopathic, I think is
Yes.
what, yeah, psychopathic. So he's a detective, and the way he solves his crimes is he eats.
He's telepathic.
Right.
Yes.
Well, psychopathic because he
Oh,
eats.
right. He has to eat the
He has
yeah.
to
eats an
ingest
apple.
it, and then
Yes.
he'll remember everything that happened.
He
So
eats
let's
an
say-
apple. He knows what orchard it came from.
Yes.
Exactly. If
Yes.
he eats a chicken, he knows exactly
So if
how
he
it was
eats
killed.
the murder
and it's
victim-
disgusting.
That's why it's
So-
called Chew.
Yeah.
It's very bloody
Yes.
and really gross, but it is one of the funniest comics out there.
It's grim, but it's very funny.
It's really funny, and I wouldn't be surprised. And you've got like these great scenes where you
Cool.
get close-ups of people eating food.
It's a little intense. It's not for the squeamish. Tony,
Right.
what have you got for us today? This is Lock and Key. I've
Well,
never
yeah,
read this before.
I was going to talk. I'm not going to talk too much about Lock and Key because I want
Okay.
to get to this one. So Lock and Key. This is written by this guy named Joe Hill, who
Okay.
his father is kind of famous guy, Stephen
Jonah
King.
Hill?
His father's Stephen King.
Oh,
actually.
okay.
So, but Joe Hill, he's writes a bunch of books. He's a novelist like his dad.
Stephen King,
And-
the famous biochemist.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So Lock and Key. This was actually in single issue format first. So this is like the nice, pretty hardcover with
Okay.
the fancy
Yeah, the
bookmark
binder,
that
the
makes it.
bindbreaker.
Yeah.
I know how you feel about those.
The idea with Lock and Key, what it starts off is they go to this old family house. There's this key. It opens up weird portals. There's all this weird stuff.
So kinda like Narnia.
It's good. They're actually making this
Not
into a TV show.
Okay.
But I believe it's gonna be on Fox.
Is this a horror?
Okay.
Is it horror?
It's there's some darkness. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
murders. There's blood. And
So not quite Narnia.
I want to know about this next one because this you've been telling me about for a
Now,
long time. I keep
this
meaning to
next
go and
one-
read,
This one is so
and I
good.
haven't.
I've been talking about this since Wednesday.
I know.
I'm like late to the game. So
Okay.
this is Axe Cop.
Okay.
And this is
Please tell me it's a cop with axe hands.
This start no, no.
Close.
Okay.
Just
This
as
started
hilarious.
out as a web comic.
Okay.
The key here, you can see on the cover, it's written by a 6-year-old and drawn by his 30-year-old brother.
Nice.
Now
Nice.
there's actually a trailer for this issue, and I believe we have the clip here.
I wish we had a 6-year-old writing
cue
our
that.
bits. Actually.
It might
Oh,
be,
here we go.
It might be much
So we need
funnier,
some
Trailer's
audio for
rolling.
this.
I hope.
Audio.
Soldier for breaking all the cop rules, but they did not have time to get arrested because they were trying to destroy an evil planet. So Axe Cop knocked them out with faint bombs and stole their tires so they could not follow him. The real cops got so mad they called the army, and they destroyed his car with their guns and tanks. But with the help of his T-Rex, Wexter, he was able to get away. so he took his car to Uniman to get it fixed.
Hi, Uniman. We need you to fix our car. The army destroyed it.
Yeah. President Towsard called.
It's a hell of a mustache
He
right
wants you
there.
to call him back. He's really mad.
So Axe-Cop called President Towsard.
I need to speak to the president.
Axe-Cop, you shot up my army and my jets. You have to go to jail. You broke too many rules.
What a dummy. I should be president.
I have some new inventions for you. This is the laser portal gun. Just dial in where you want to go and shoot out a portal. It can go anywhere, even travel through time. I got it from a rabbit on the beach.
This is gonna be awesome.
I also made you this machine.
That looks like the machine we stole from those bad guys using the free poison soda secret attack.
Yep, I made it into a good guy machine. Put any bad guy inside, and he'll come out a good guy.
Let's test them both.
And
That sounds ridiculous and awesome.
Yes.
Well, thanks,
It's
guys.
good. Yeah, so there's a website, axcop.com. They actually have a couple other, like there's like 3 episodes that aren't quite like that. They're like black and white, but you can see some stuff, and there's a lot of content that I'm gonna dive in there. And
cool.
And I believe the 6-year-old turns 7 on Sunday.
I got to check it out. I think we've got a call from Joseph from Brooklyn. Joseph, can you hear me? Joseph from Brooklyn, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello?
Hey, Joseph, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, I'm doing good.
Hey, welcome to the happy hour. What you got a question for Tony and Sarah, I think?
Yeah, I was just wondering if you've read Powers by Brian Bendis, and what do you think of it being into a TV show now?
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, the latest issue just came out this week. It's a great comic. I'm a little behind. I know we have some trades floating around here at the office, and it sounds like it's been greenlit for FX, and it's a story about a cop. He used to be a superhero, and he investigates. So he gets into like the superhero world, and it's. I'm not doing it justice by describing it, but it's a really good.
But this is a post-Walking Dead TV pickup, probably. It seems like.
It's been in the work for like over a year. They've been talking about it.
I think it's close to 2 years that they've been trying to get it off the ground. So
Okay.
it finally got the green light. So that's good.
Cool.
But I'm sure The Walking Dead probably gave it a little bit of a push. Yeah.
Well, great. Thanks for the question, Stephen.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. And Member Appreciation Week continues with Jeff and
get
Dave over on the standing
these.
set, talking about some new member benefits available to Whiskey Media members.
That's right, Will. We're here.
Are you guys on treadmills? You look like you're running real hard.
We can't stop now.
We gotta get.
Well,
we
you
gotta
can't
get to-
stop now.
Whoa! All right.
Because we're getting ready for the world tour.
What world tour?
That's right, Dave and Will. We're going to take the Giant Bombcast around the world to select cities.
So, what does that mean?
That means we can't literally go
Oh.
to every single town in the world. I don't want to get your
Well, I
hopes
would
up.
like to go to all the towns in the world.
We'll get there.
I like to go to towns.
They've got boroughs.
We'll get there eventually, but this year, we're not
This year.
necessarily going to stop every single
We
month.
are. We're trying to get there.
But that's right. We're starting basically a membership drive to help take us around the
It
world.
is quite possibly our dumbest idea yet.
Yes.
This seems like it was something that was born of Mike Tatum being drunk after the happy hour.
That is exactly.
Mike Tatum was drunk, and we did have a happy hour.
Yes.
Yes.
And this stupid idea happened.
Yes, and then it wouldn't go away.
Yeah,
And it
oh,
kept
yeah.
not going away, and then I was like, "This should go away."
Yeah.
But then here we are. If we hit our numbers, and you can find this webpage.
It's at giantbomb.com/tour. How excited are you that I got that set up?
That I'm super excited
Because it's a really hard domain to actually get to,
Yeah.
but that one works.
So yeah, go to giantbomb.com/tour to learn more about that. Basically, we're just trying to hit some membership numbers, and basically, we went to Mike Tatum and said, "This is your drunk idea. Like, why don't we just do it?" And he said, "Wait a minute,
This is stupid.
I'm a businessman."
This is impossible. I don't want to send 4/6, 7 people across the world. That would cost money.
Right. So we came to a happy middle ground. We're like, well, wait a minute. Why don't we get some money coming in, and then we'll take significant chunks of that money and spend it drinking, podcasting our way
Yes.
around the world.
And
Well,
then, yes,
but-
and then of course we ended up with a bad, horrible map. And I very much wanted a 1997 story background from GeoCities.
Yeah, which it totally has. I think that's really nice.
So
No sea serpent.
No, there is.
There is a sea
Look,
serpent?
Oh, no. Hold on, move. Look at that.
Oh, there is
Look
a
at
sea
that.
serpent.
Oh my goodness!
And it's actually eating Ryan Davis in a
That sea serpent's going to get sick.
in a womanly form. The Persian Ryan Davis, a very dark.
Yes, very, very swarthy Ryan Davis.
he's-
So accurate.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes, Will Smith?
It seems like it would take millions, no billions of people to sign up in order to pay for such an amazing tour.
It's way lower than that, Will Smith, and I'm glad you asked.
In fact, we're
300,000?
halfway there.
That's right. This bar, you can see it behind us, it's most of the way full. So tell your friends out there and get them to sign up.
I can feel the energy of
It's
the bar moving at this moment, even though that only members can see this, and that
I'm
they've
blowing
already.
the bar towards the full
Dave, you're wearing a new T-shirt as well over your sweater and collared shirt.
I am. Well, you know what? It is. We aren't in Canada. This is San Francisco, but sometimes you need to wear the layers.
Yes, you need 3
Yes.
layers.
And so I've got actually 4.
Wow.
Actually,
You got a-
4 layers.
you got a
There's
t-shirt
white-
inside
there's a white
and
t-shirt
out.
Inside, and then this is Dave is wearing a sweater.
Yeah.
And then on top of it is the new Lincoln Force.
Just like your favorite corporate CEOs, Dave is wearing a T-shirt over his
Wow.
workwear
I'm really excited
to say that he's down with the troops
about
in
how
the
much
trenches.
money you might possibly make me when we sell this company.
Yes. So if you head over to the store, you can actually order this shirt right now because this shirt is coming with memberships that sign up now. But you guys watching this, obviously, you are already members.
Not only am I in this
Or they're
video, I
stealing-
made that promo.
Wow.
Wow.
I should just leave.
I know.
Wow.
You built that microphone with your bare hands. So,
So-
I don't.
Today is the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's first inaugural address.
That's all true.
That
Yes.
sounds boring.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. But if people who are already members want to get this T-shirt, what do they have to do?
They have to get me out of the way and.
You're standing in front of the picture.
They go.
Thank you, Jeff. Not in the way.
Over here. So they go to store.giantbomb.com, and the members only should use the password.
Hang on.
House United.
So,
United.
so
House United.
So
That's
Jeff
where
and
you go.
Dave, if people want to get this started and we get a bunch of members signed up, I guess all these people's friends, and you wanted to go to someplace lovely like, say, Rio de Janeiro.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well,
Wow,
I think
wait,
we
hold
would-
on. What's that behind you?
But excuse me, Jeff.
Yes.
We're in Rio.
When Rio.
I've got something for you.
What is it?
I've got
Dave.
Oh,
I'm
Probably
here.
best.
great. All right.
What-
I don't.
what about
Rio
beautiful
frightens
Moscow?
me. What?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Das Vidania, comrade. We are here to do podcasting and sweat it up, bitch. You know how we do
What
it.
about
Be
Knight Rider?
in the water.
Time to be getting down.
One ping, Vasily. One ping only.
What if you're a Knight Rider?
What if you went to Night Rider?
Michael, I don't think these T-shirts will fit me.
Yes, they'll get there. Yes, they'll make it to you.
How
eventually.
about Antarctica?
Oh, it's so cold here.
This is
I
the
don't know
dance.
why we talk like this in Antarctica, but we do.
This is the
And
dance.
oh,
Disney World.
yes,
Antarctica.
I am a penguin. What is this place? Disney World.
Flaming Disney
This is the happiest
World.
place
Hey, do
on
you,
earth.
do you want to go have sex on the? Oh no.
Wait, with you
Oh.
or like what? It takes $50 to make me hover.
What about with Wayne Gretzky?
Wayne Gretzky? I'm a hockey man. Look at me.
I want to get in a fight with Jeff Gershman right now.
We're doing a
because
podcast
he
at a
is
hockey
upset.
game, and the beer is cheap and Canadian.
Oh God.
Ah, the LA Kings.
What about in the prison colony that everybody loves, like Australia?
Australia prison colony. It'd be like,
Boy, you
Oi.
gotta talk. You gotta talk like with your vowels, which is what Ryan Davis told me something like this.
I don't want you. You say Foster's again. I'm gonna crack you in the skull, mate.
You're
Tulsa,
Milton
Oklahoma.
I'm gonna crack you. I'll drive that tanker.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and if you drink Foster's, I'm gonna crack your skull open.
What about
Tulsa?
Toledo?
Toledo.
Fuck.
This is. I don't want to do this world tour anymore. If we have to
Oh,
go to
hey,
Toledo.
hey, it's Alaska.
All right, Alaska, I'm back on board. I'm gonna get in an igloo with you, girl.
I'm going to go on an expensive kayak tour that might get me somewhere to a glacier.
How about Dallas?
We're gonna bring JR back to life and shoot him again. That's Dallas. Subscribe now.
He's much too quick.
Members bonus. I will slap Patrick Duffy across the face.
I will wear a perm.
We have Jared from Ireland on the phone. Jared, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Jared.
I am here.
Hello.
Fantastic.
Hello, all.
Are you there? State short question, please.
Hi.
What is your question,
Right,
sir?
My first is mostly a comment. I noticed on the little map you have there of the world, you have a British soldier standing on top of Ireland and Wales.
Boo.
Okay. Yeah. So
Black and
easy.
tan, huh?
Yes. Easy answer for this
Uh-huh.
is that our designer, our second designer, we have two now.
Yeah.
Alexis
Oh,
is
thanks, Jared.
is
Oh,
half
one
Puerto
more.
Rican,
Yeah,
so he
he's
doesn't
one more.
know anything about. Alexis, you don't.
What's
you
this-
don't know where Ireland
What's up with
is, right?
plantains?
We're Americans.
Yes.
We're bad at geography. What's your question, Jared?
Just wondering, will the tour be coming to Ireland at all?
We're basically
Thanks, Jared.
Thanks for your call, Jared. We're kind of looking at the numbers and kind of figuring out where the members are stationed. We want to visit kind of the hotbeds of member activity, and I want to go to Newport. I want to go to Wales.
You want to get?
I want to go see the
Oh, I
Goldie
thought
looking
you were
chain
saying, like,
play. No,
New
not,
Jersey
No,
or
not that
something.
Newport.
So the reality of it is, we actually have a back end because of like all the billing stuff that comes
Science.
through.
Right.
We can actually see.
We pinpoint. We know what you're doing right now.
Yes.
They're watching the happy hour.
Yes, but we actually do know, closely around where our subscribers live.
It's why Asia's not on this list.
So, a funny thing.
Because we're
was
racist.
Right.
Everybody
Okay.
was like, well, are you going to go to Amsterdam? And they're like, oh, they'd never go there. And then if you actually look at our numbers
Uh-huh.
in Europe, obviously, England, the UK, mostly English-speaking countries do win, but we have a huge Nordic, audience, which is very...
Like Switzerland.
Yes, very big. Switzerland, I think, is our third or fourth country.
Right.
So Switzerland...
Yeah, I totally want to go. I totally want to go to Switzerland.
Well, it's right next to
I
Australia,
wanna-
so you might as well, right?
I want to go to Sweden and get some jungle balls.
But we're only halfway there, so we don't necessarily know. We tried to set it up so that each region had a good chance to get
Right.
there, which is why if you look at the map, everybody's pretty much at closely around 60%.
Right.
And you guys, you're already there. I mean, you've already,
You're already in on all this.
you drank the whiskey brew, and
Yeah.
here you are. So the
So
next
tell
point-
your friends.
Tell your friends, especially if they're near
We went
you.
to Sweden.
Right.
Just now.
I've opened a Swiss bank account.
Would you like some?
In my banker.
Would you like some?
Thanks,
DJ?
Dave and Jeff. Thank you for this
I can't open this
lovely
whole microphone.
insight into Member Appreciation Friday. Hey, I'm wearing a different shirt, and I'm on the couch with Matt Rory and Alex Navarro.
What up,
How
new
are
shirt?
you doing?
Good.
Well, I didn't have a duster or a Utilikilt, but I did have a DC Comics
Utilikilt?
hero shirt.
That's to your benefit that
Yes,
you do not own a
it is
Utilikilt.
probably a good thing.
What are we going to do if we get 15,000 members? What is Screen supposed to do?
You guys stay in the office and keep working.
Yeah,
pretty
probably.
much.
Probably. Maybe. Maybe I'll go to the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Maybe
go
I'll
to the
buy
movie.
a
That seems
Utilikilt.
good. Watch some more TV. So what's going on in the world of TV and movies and things that are on screens this week?
Nothing. I'm just drinking this beer.
Are we doing Ryan's thing? Are you going to hold my hand?
Well, you're not Ryan, so this is you have to be your poor substitute. But at least
I
you're
know.
not deathly
It's
ill.
less clammy.
Ryan's there.
I'm taking my hand back now. Matt Rory, you and I had a no thanks. I'm good. You and I had a dude date on Tuesday night that went horribly wrong.
Did horribly awry. We
Like-
went to see the Inception.
Yes.
I keep on calling it the Inception Bureau.
It's this
I have
year's
no
Inception.
clue why. It's really not
They're
this year's
trying.
Inception. They try very hard.
Yeah.
We went to see the Adjustment Bureau on Tuesday night.
Saw the first 45 minutes, maybe
Yeah,
an hour.
45 minutes to an hour or
Yeah.
so, and then the reel kept on shutting off.
Like caught on fire.
burning up.
Yeah.
Speak of the
yeah.
devil, here's
a
a trailer
clip.
for it. Well, how did you feel about it? I'm curious what you thought.
I enjoyed what I saw.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm probably going to pay money and go see the rest.
Excellent.
I mean, good chemistry between Matt Damon and that woman.
Emily
Olivia.
Blunt. Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
But it got cut off after about an hour. They told us all to leave.
Yeah.
PR lady was fuming.
She was not having a
she
good
was
day.
not
and then
having a good
you
day.
had some wallet malfunctions on the way
I
home.
did have some wallet malfunctions. Right before a trip.
It was a bad night.
Great.
Yeah. But you saw the movie last night.
I did. I saw it all last
entirety.
night. I reviewed it. It's review
It's
is
on
up
the
now.
site right now.
It was up hours ago.
I know.
Entire hours ago.
I know.
This segment's totally irrelevant because the review's already up.
Well, it is Philip K. Dick Week here on Screen.com. This is kind of the crowning achievement. My
And this
review.
is a Philip K. Dick short story that was adapted.
One of those things where they added the romance to it. It's really the short story really doesn't have much romance.
It was mostly
in it.
about drugs in the short story. Probably it was Philip K. Dick.
No, it's
Drugs,
mostly-
philosophy,
the same kind of
and-
idea that there's these people who live behind reality who set everything in motion. These guys here, the Adjustment Bureau.
Okay.
The Fedora dudes.
The Fedora
Yeah.
dudes. They're really interesting in the movie because they talk on cell phones and they have cars and they work in an office and stuff.
Magic books.
They're meant to be kind of angels. They talk about the chairman who's meant to be God. So it's kind
They're
of
angels who hate their jobs.
a weird angels with dirty faces.
I think angels always hate their jobs because it's kind of a bum deal.
Right,
They don't
but-
get to have any fun. And all they have to do is watch after us.
Right. But it's more to the sense that they basically work for the government.
Yeah,
more or
it's
less.
very much a bureaucracy, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
it wasn't about a dress. I thought it was about like a chest of drawers where you could store your vegetables. Perhaps.
So he falls in love with Emily Blunt, and they are not meant
I can
to
see
be
that.
together.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
She's very attractive.
Yeah.
Brunette and British accent.
She's charming.
That's right up my alley. But anyway, so
How many puppies, Rory?
I give him 4 puppies, but we can't talk about it yet.
Oh.
There you
Oh,
go! Puppies! There's only
That
2
looks
there,
like
but
1, 2.
they'll cut to
The
the
puppies
rest
keep
of them in a
coming.
second. Look at all these English Bulldog puppies.
Look at all these puppies.
Oh, where's the 4th
They're
one?
so slobbery.
Where's the there? 3. There's a 4th one in here somewhere. You gotta trust
I
me. on
believe
it.
you that there's a
I don't
fourth
know how
puppy.
much longer we can show
Oh,
this
there's
for.
a
but-
it's puppy bottom.
We can
The
just do the rest
puppies
of the
are
show
so
like
cute.
this. I'd be fine with that.
We can just watch
Uh-huh.
this for a while. They're gonna speed it up so we get the 4th.
Oh,
4
yes.
puppies! 4 puppies achieved. Look at them
Speed
wobble
puppies.
around. Oh, I want to eat you up. If I was in a little
No,
pen,
no.
I would eat them up.
You
too.
don't eat the puppies, Matt. Don't
I
eat
would
the
eat them out,
puppies.
gobble out. There'd be a one big
That makes you a barbarian, dear.
one
Don't do
big
that.
mouthful of English Bulldog puppy.
So, Alex Navarro, what have you been into?
I saw a couple things.
Okay.
Earlier in the week, I saw Rango,
Oh.
which is the
As
animated.
I call it, Rongo.
It's the animated film from Pirates of the Caribbean director Gore Verbinski.
I
his
call it
first
Pirates of
film,
the
and also starring Johnny Depp.
I call it
which
Pirates
is
of the
I
Caribbean.
call it Johnny Deep.
one of the weirdest animated films I've seen in a long time, in the sense that it's not the kid-friendly kind of, heavily celebrity-voiced, heavy on the pop culture.
Is he playing Keith Richards again here?
No, he's more Kermit the Frog than anything else. Like Kermit the Frog with like a thespian bent.
Okay.
And so
That
he's
makes no sense, but whatever.
Well, it's like he's a solitary creature. He lives in a terrarium, and then he's thrust into the real world via terrible circumstances.
That happened to me, actually.
Finds himself in the desert, wanders into a town populated by just a myriad rogues gallery of crazy-looking creatures.
A hodgepodge bunch of goofballs.
Yeah, it's like every Western ever. Like, just a lot of, like, weird Western character archetypes. And he decides he's going to become their sheriff after a little bit of accidental heroism. Where he kills this that hawk that you saw earlier on.
Okay, and the hawk is the nemesis of the.
Well, he's there
band of goofballs
at the beginning, but then weirdly enough, the movie turns into Chinatown.
Okay,
like
I
for
like
serious.
This
like
seems pretty
there's a
interesting.
whole thing about the town's water supply.
Okay.
Like the mayor character, this turtle here, is totally based on John Huston's character in that movie.
And
like,
is Jack Nicholson there?
there's no Jack Nicholson, but it's like there's a ton of like Man with No Name, like Sergio Leone stuff in there. Like it's all spaghetti westerns and Apocalypse Now and like just weird obscure film references all over the place, which is awesome, but also like awesome for me.
So I'm hearing.
What are you hearing?
I don't know if we're back yet.
We're not back yet.
We're not back yet. So we'll keep talking about this for just a moment. My question for you is:
Rango.
Does this live up to the Gore Verbinski legacy?
I don't know what his legacy is at this point, because I mean the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, like I like the first one.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
The second
But the other two are so like elephantine and just like
Bad.
confusing.
Here's 3.5 hours of Johnny
and it's
Depp.
like you look at the rest of his filmography, like The Ring's pretty good, but then you have stuff like The Mexican and The Weatherman, and you're like,
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of. Well, Weatherman was okay.
But the interesting thing about Rango is it's a lot of fun. It's very weird. It's very off kilter.
Is it a kids movie?
It kind of is. Like it
Okay.
has that adventure to it. Like there's
Okay.
enough like action stuff that's like kid movie
Does it have
oriented.
Borgnine?
No Borgnine.
Isn't he dead?
But it has like Stephen Root, like Bill Nye, Ray Winstone does voice. Like it has a really good
So
voice
it's a Gore
cast.
Verbinski cast of characters.
And he actually did a cool thing where a lot of the actors were in the same room acting out the scenes live when they did the dialogue.
Wow,
Like
that
so
sounds
it was all
accurate.
reference stuff, and it actually helped, I think, the dynamic of the dialogue a lot. It's pretty clever. It's not a pure kids movie. It's not the Pixar like preternatural blend of.
But serious acting.
Yeah, it's well done and it's fun. It's weird. It's kind of what I was surprised by it.
And another note.
Speaking of serious actors,
first all CGI movie by ILM. Not a lot of people know it. Yeah.
Yes, and not 3D.
Phantom Menace doesn't count?
No.
No.
Oh.
No, Jake Lloyd was real, sadly.
So speaking of Jake Lloyd and other serious actors, Jake from Glasgow is on the line and has a question about Charlie Sheen.
Yes,
John
serious
from
actors.
Glasgow. Sorry.
How's John?
Hey,
Hi,
John.
How's it going, guys?
Sorry about that.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, very
good.
Good stuff. I know Alex has been posting on Twitter about Charlie Sheen this week and the madness he's been going through his Twitter account. I just want to know if you think we'll see a Charlie Sheen movie and if you think he'll be alive by the time they get around to make it.
Do you mean Charlie Sheen like acting or a Charlie Sheen movie about Charlie Sheen?
Like about Charlie Sheen.
About
There
Charlie
is
Sheen, like a
biopic.
biopic.
Ooh.
He's gonna have to actually die
Thanks,
of all that
John.
cocaine first. He's gonna have to die before that happens.
You think
because
so?
He's apparently writing a memoir now.
Well, he is the fastest Twitter meteoric rise
to a million. It took Oprah
25 hours. It took him.
Well, it took Oprah like 2 years or something, or a
Yeah.
year or something
I mean,
like
it
that.
took a while. For a long time, there weren't that many people on
But
Twitter.
has he
Nah, it's
eclipsed
not a big deal.
Ashton Kutcher yet?
Well,
He
but the
will.
thing is, he's already selling out. He's doing ads in the Twitter
He
feed.
hasn't done any
But
ads
he
yet.
signed up. No, that's the thing. Is he signed up for the Twitter account specifically to do that?
to whore out.
No,
Right.
I don't.
No,
I
he
wouldn't
got
go
an
that far.
ad agency to make his Twitter account.
No, it's called Adly. They reference people to they
They're
find-
celebrity Twitter
They will
consultants.
let celebrities. I haven't seen any ads in his feed yet.
All I know is he had that thing verified before he even had tweeted anything, and that means that he definitely had a purpose in mind when he signed up for that account.
I think I give him credit for because he's rich beyond belief. What is he like 20, 30 million at least? I don't think he needs the extra million.
Well, how
from
much has
Twitter.
he actually saved?
Like $5-6.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh.
So thank you guys for coming by.
Thank you for
and-
coming.
I also saw Take Me Home Tonight.
Take Me Home Tonight is the last movie we're going to see. I'm hearing voices in my ear saying, "Take Me Home Tonight."
Yeah, Take Me Home Tonight is actually a movie. It's actually a movie.
He wants me to start singing. Take me.
No, don't.
That's
Please don't.
copyrighted.
The trailer will do
Okay.
that for us at some
Okay,
point.
that's good.
Be-
Although
like,
I will say this.
Can we sing
movie is-
along?
like all films based
I
on
like to sing
song
along.
titles, the song that it is based on will be in the trailer. That is guaranteed.
Awesome.
So this is
That's Venom.
Okay. This is Topher Grace. Remember Topher Grace?
Venom!
From that 70s show and all of that?
I'm gonna keep yelling Venom.
He's in this little teen comedy that is set in 1988 and is more or less the same movie as Can't Hardly Wait,
I remember that.
which was already more or less the same movie as like every John Hughes movie ever.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird copy of a copy, kind of like One Last Party.
Does this have the kid from that 70s show in it?
That's what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You weren't even listening. Yeah, it's Topher
That
Grace. It's Anna Faris. It's Dan Fogler, who is I don't know, like the unholy crossbreeding of John Lovitz and John Belushi
And Jonah
That
Hill.
sounds
and
horrible.
Jonah Hill. Yeah, it's not. He's not great.
Is this associated with the what's his name from 40-Year-Old Virgin and
No,
Knocked
it
Up
has
and-
nothing to do with the Apatow crowd
Wow.
whatsoever.
Okay.
None.
Except
In
for
fact,
Jonah
actually,
Hill's in
Topher Grace is a co-producer on this movie.
Wow.
It's a very odd movie in that it's like it has that sort of like John Hughes thing going on, except with way more cocaine. Like that is the running joke: is way more cocaine in everything.
So it's not a kids movie, is what you're saying?
No,
It's rated R. The
but
only
like,
R-rated movie coming
but
out.
that's the thing is that like that and like a couple of like topless scenes are the only reason it's R-rated. Like it's not particularly bawdy or like overly funny. It's just like here's this movie we made set in the 80s that's like other movies set in the 80s.
Okay.
And it's not nearly funny enough to like really justify that kind of like
So this
weird
isn't-
tribute thing.
Not a Hot Tub Time Machine or
No,
anything
it's
like
not.
that.
You know, it's not nearly as raunchy as Hot Tub Time Machine, nor is it like sweet enough to be something like Adventureland. You know, it's like elements of all of that kind of mixed together into just sort of.
Have we reached a point where 80s comedies are period movies now?
Oh, totally. I mean, we were talking about this last week. Like, there are adult people. There are people who can legally drink in this country who lived not a nary a day in the 1980s.
The kid from Nevermind, from the cover of Nevermind, is in college now.
Yeah.
Think about that for a minute.
The girls, one of the girls from the cover of Siamese Dream is now playing bass in Smashing Pumpkins.
It's got Venom!
That's
Stop
all
saying
kinds
that.
of messed up. We have
Stop
a
saying
caller.
that.
I think we have a caller on the line.
I might actually slap you.
It's Zach. Zach, are you here? Can you hear us?
Yes, I am.
Oh, we can hear you. Hey, Zach.
Hey, guys.
Your question's not about Venom, is it?
No, it is not about
Thank
Venom,
God.
unfortunately.
That's good.
What is your question? Jinx.
My question is, well, first of all, I'd like to say that I write for the paper here. I review movies, and your guys' movie editorials really helped me out.
Oh, you copy us! Plagiarist!
Are
Oh my
you
God!
actually stealing our review? I'm okay with that. I'm okay if you're just stealing our review.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Sorry, anyway, go on with your question.
What are you guys looking forward to this month? I mean, other than X-Men, I don't really know what.
Is that this month?
Is it this?
That's next
No, that's
month.
later. That's later.
Like June. I'm looking forward to Battle LA. I think Battle LA is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, Battle Los Angeles.
What are you looking forward to, though, Zach?
I don't know. I don't think Battle LA is going to be that good.
Wah, 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 wah.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Let the man talk.
Thanks for being a member, Zach.
Thank you,
get some more
Zach. Sorry,
questions for
I'm
Zach. Do you
very
want to
dismissive.
interrogate our
No,
guests
that's
anymore?
fine. That's all right. So
Don't worry,
I legitimately am looking forward to Battle LA.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think Sucker Punch has an outside chance of being really, really entertaining.
I also have an outside chance of being the worst thing
really
ever.
terrible. It could be.
It could be one of the two.
It's so exciting.
I see no opportunity for middle ground.
Are you
with
guys
that
going
movie.
to both go to that at the same time and do like a he said, she said thing? Or
If it,
he said, I
whatever,
guess, would be the
whichever one
appropriate
of
response
us
there?
ends up reviewing it, the other one of us will probably go see it sometime that weekend because those are both movies I think we're looking forward to seeing. So
Sure.
I
Right on.
think we would like to have.
We're not out of the woods yet. It's still the January February was pretty bad. I think Adjustment Bureau is the only 4-star review I've given this year.
Yeah, Rango is the second I've given all year. So
we're climbing out of the shithole of
Well,
Hollywood.
we're in awards season
Yes.
for a long time.
Yeah, we
It's
were.
just,
Which
just
is
nothing but the King's Speech.
Let's celebrate
everywhere
these
you look.
movies that nobody saw in December for like 2 months while we put out this garbage that everyone else can digest.
So, thanks for coming by, guys.
Thank you.
We're going. You
I
coughed in that a
coughed
while
all
ago.
over it, didn't I?
Ah, yuck.
Oh, gotcha.
I just got word from the
You got the
from
SARS
control
now.
room that we have sold more than 600 of these Lincoln Force T-shirts right now. I see where you're pointing. It does not help me right now. If you want to get it, you can go to store.giantbomb.com. It's $15. Let's right now talk about another member benefit, though, the Roku app that's coming hopefully next week. I think we might get the actual creator of this online, Dominic from the Giant Bomb Whiskey Greater Happy Family. But what this is if you have a Roku box, which is basically what you can use to watch Netflix or buy Amazon On Demand movies or listen to Pandora or all sorts of internet-type content. But if you have this, you can now, or actually next week, download the Whiskey Media channel. And what that'll let you do is actually see all of our video content, including live stuff like the Happy Hour.
Including live stuff like
I don't
the
know if
Happy
it's going to
Hour,
work.
Will Smith?
I'm going to try to watch that right now. You think I can't start the show? Okay, so we'll come back to that in a minute because we're having technical difficulties, I understand. I'm going back now. I'm going to go over here and see the newest videos. What do you think is going to be the newest video on this site?
I think it's going to be Tim Schafer's downloadable Blitzkrieg
Yeah.
Raise Without Prejudice.
If you want to see every video on the site, you know what you do?
What?
You go here to newest videos and you go to play all and hit
And
play.
just plays in that
and
direction.
It's just going to play everything
And if you're back-
older than this movie to the right of it.
I wrote that deck when I was drunk.
Awesome. Well done, Brad. It's a good deck. It's a good deck. I mean, you can see all the videos from all the Whiskey Media families. We got podcasts, whole 9 yards. And the best part, it's free.
Free?
If you're a member, you get HD content. If you're not a member, you get...
Oh, so you can actually like punch in your username and password
You come
into
back
this
here,
thing.
you
and-
log in, username and password. You get full, glorious, high definition for
Well, now
screen.
that is cool.
Comic Vine, tested. I'm partial to tested. I'm just
Never heard of it.
Would be.
What is that?
It's a technology.
Well, that's that
site.
coffee site.
Mostly covered gadgets and coffee. You know.
Gadgets.
They were better.
I'm
when
going to play
I
a
love
video
gadgets.
right now.
I think they were better
of
when they did shoe reviews.
Things that the shoes. I heard you like those toe shoes.
I've never tried them. But
You
I'm
should,
more into poor man's tested. It's more street, you know?
Norman Chan, I'm going to cut you, Jeff Gerstmann. Norman Chan is off today with a palpable illness, but we're going to see him right now in this quick look of the Glyph iPhone adapter.
That's Norm?
The one on the left is Norm.
Okay, all right, okay, okay.
Yeah. This was a
So I've seen that
controversial
other guy.
device. Yeah.
What is this?
It's an iPhone 4 stand slash thing you could hook on a tripod.
Okay.
So you can tripod on your iPhone 4.
Make it. And people sent them money.
That's,
$100,000.
Yeah.
5,000 people chipped in, and now it's a
5,000 suckers.
I feel like Norman's here right now.
Yeah.
With us
This
today.
is, it's an iPhone stand. So I have an iPhone.
If he
4.
was
It
here,
works on iPhone
he would
4,
say that
no
it was
cases.
racist.
Almost
You can't,
certainly.
you can't
Almost
use the bumper
certainly.
with it.
So you can listen to podcasts. You can listen to all the content that we have on Whiskey Media video sites.
That's pretty
no
awesome.
chat.
No chat. Yeah.
Oh, we have actually we're lucky enough to be joined by Dominic, the guy who created this app for us. He's I think calling in from Massachusetts someplace. Dominic, are you there? Can you hear us? Dominic, can you hear me? Maybe not. We might come back to Dominic. Might come back to Dominic in a second, but let's look at some more of the fabulous features of this.
Yes,
Roku
I want to run this down.
HD app.
I don't have a Roku. I have a Boxy Box, and there's an app there as well that doesn't do this stuff. It'd be great if we.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that because that's in the progress right now, in
Great.
the works right now. Basically, we're working on XBMC, Boxy, Plex. If Apple TV ever has apps, we'll get people working on that. I mean, and if you
I don't know, man. In history with Apple apps, I don't know if I want to get into that game again.
I think it's a safer game these days. You
Okay,
guys were
all
early.
That's
in,
what
hard
we
and
were
fast.
definitely kicking down the door
before anybody else was doing that. Should we try to watch
Yeah,
it?
let's see. I want to see.
You want to see
yes,
us?
Yes.
You want to watch us watch
I wanna
ourselves?
Watch ourselves.
See, I don't know if this is a good idea. This is how Inception
Let's
started.
fold it in on itself.
Oh wait, no, that was sorry, my bad. Hit it. I'm pressing the button. I don't know if this is going to work. It's beta right now. Well, like I said, full release will be next week. If you have a Roku box, mentioned that because that's in the progress right now. It's in the works right now.
Wow.
Basically, we're working on XBMC. This looks like it was like 30 seconds ago.
I remember this.
Yeah, that's when I was stalling for time.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we've got Dominic back on the line. I'm going to back out of this.
Oh, God, please.
No, this is the good part. Hang on.
Oh, okay, hold on. You guys were early.
Totally can't hear anything.
Hey, Dominic, are you there?
Guys, I can't hear anything.
Dominic can't hear us, Vinny. Help. Hey, look, we're getting ready to watch the live channel. I remember how this worked. Hey, Dominic, can you hear us now? No? Hey, look. I think this is what the top men would call recursive.
I remember when this happened.
Yeah. I just watched this a minute ago. Oh no, I think we're having trouble with Dominic. Maybe we'll try to get him on the line next week.
Cool.
Anyway, we really appreciate him building this amazing app for us.
Yeah.
I think that I've broken the Roku box because I'm just going to pause it and then play again because it's pretty awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you not do this?
Why would you not do this? If you have a Roku and if you've run your own
Yeah.
live show here in this building, I highly recommend.
Are we just going to keep getting smaller and
doing
smaller?
this is just
the more it goes.
We need to go deeper.
I know. People have never gone more than 3 layers deep.
No, we're gonna go there.
Does anybody have a top? Oh yeah, 3 layers.
All right.
3 layers. This is a disaster. Okay, we might get Dominic back in at the end.
That part seems really unfamiliar to me. I don't
the
know.
show. I don't think most people can probably do this. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work for everybody. I think you might just get to watch it once. A normal show.
All right. Well,
but let's
invest in the video. I recommend you build your own home studio and have someone
absolutely.
like Dominic who is nice enough to build
an amazing app.
kick-ass application.
And the thing
for
is,
us.
the Roku boxes aren't terribly expensive, and we're going to be
Yeah,
giving
what,
away
like $100,
members on the
$200?
live shows.
Like, what are they?
No, they're $59,
$59.
$79, and $99. So if you want the 1080p one with wireless 802.11n, $99. If you have a wired connection and just need 720p, which is all the video we put out anyway,
Right.
$79.
We'll get there. 1080. We'll do it someday.
You don't need more than 720p's. Are you mad?
I need 1080p's.
Dude, that's too many P's.
What?
You can't handle that.
You can't handle that many P's.
I need
What the hell
2160p's
wrong
is
with
what
you,
I
sir?
need.
Why are you here again?
I need more P's.
Are we? Is it time to talk about this?
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
we talk about this?
Let's talk about
We'll
some
bring
of
back
this stuff.
Dominic here in a little bit if we can get him through on the line. We're having some technical difficulties there.
Yeah.
But this looks like the Pokemon edition. I don't want to say this. This is racist.
This Pokemon White version.
Why are they doing this at Nintendo, man? What the hell's wrong with those people?
They have finally gotten, to the point, they went in red, blue, and all this other stuff. It's sort of like...
They're out of colors.
Like, think about how San Andreas, your gang was green. It's
Yeah.
like, who's the green gang?
The Greens?
That's not. It's
No?
red versus
Not
blue.
the
It's
greens?
Crips versus Bloods. Those are the gang colors
Really?
that
I've never
matter.
heard of this
They've been
before.
shying away from the real thing, and Nintendo finally just went there.
Wow.
Black versus white.
White versus
What's gonna
black.
happen?
Race wars. Pokemon Race Wars.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. No, this is the white version. Actually, Nintendo did send the black version, but that's the one I want to play.
Okay. That's good. It's,
so I took that one home.
It's nice that
and,
you're,
and we
you
have
know, like,
we
you
have
know,
white
everybody's-
version
everybody's
here
together.
And
It's good.
let's fire this up.
Hey, this
here.
looks like a DS.
This is in fact a DS.
Wow. Does it have 3D?
It does not have 3D. This is a 2DS.
It doesn't have the 3Ds?
Wait a minute. Are you saying these DSs are not separate but equal?
I'm saying this is 3/5 of a 3DS.
Wrong on many different levels.
Is that the line? Is that the line? Are we over the line now?
No, I think
Can
we
we just
started-
talk about Pokemon
Can we
now?
just go back to watching this stream of us watching ourselves?
Can we go back to a stream of us watching the intro to Pokemon White version?
That looks like what we're doing right now.
All right.
Is the intro to Pokemon Black version different?
I haven't fired it up yet. I've been
Okay.
so busy with GDC stuff, I haven't had time to unbox that.
Because like
and,
on the
and check it
Pearl
out.
versus Chrome or whatever that one was, Diamond versus Pearl, it was the exact
Prince
same
Edition.
game, but the end monster was different, right?
Yeah,
More or
so
less?
they have a different area in this one,
Okay.
and also
Upping the ante,
Yes,
as it were.
of course, as in all the versions, there are different Pokemon to catch in each one of the versions.
Do you feel like you have to catch them all?
I'm not necessarily feeling the desire to
Okay.
go out and catch them all just yet. Maybe once we start the game, I'll be so blown away by
You're going to spend
the
the next
upgraded
72 hours in a Pokemon frenzy?
This game has like video chat. Hopes! It also has hopes. This game has video chat and hopes. It's got
Oh, I'm
dreams.
sleeping.
It's got discoveries.
Whoa!
I'm just saying adventures await is what I'm basically getting at for you and your Pokemon.
This is almost like a little ad, but do they know you've already bought the game?
Yeah, they know
at
that
this
you
point,
already
right?
have picked up a copy of the
Whoa,
game.
that monster is not
This
white.
is actually well, man, they got that wrong right off the bat.
I don't know what the hell's going on here.
This is the very beginning of the game.
Okay.
This is the very beginning. We just want to show just a quick. This game comes out on Sunday.
The girl's wearing a duster, you know.
It's not a
lab
utility
coat
kit with
duster,
it. So
maybe?
I think girls can wear dusters.
You think that's okay?
Yeah, I think that could be hot.
We can get a poll from the chat, see if chat
Yeah.
feels like dusters are okay for ladies.
Professor Juniper. Everyone calls her the Pokemon Professor.
Okay.
Oh man, I don't even know what that Pokemon is.
There's some Pokemon I understand that are they're extra rare, super special Pokemon. Correct?
Shiny Pokemon?
Are they shiny?
There's
Is that
shinies. There's all
I saw a
kinds
video
of-
with a kid on the internet one time.
Yeah,
They got
you
a
did.
shiny Pokemon after like 35 million repetitions.
Yeah.
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 It was a good day
If they
for
could
him.
work microtransaction to this whole thing and put it on Facebook, maybe
Yeah.
it would be something. But
You think they can make some money?
This Pokemon thing, I don't think it's gonna last.
Okay, this seems like I mean it's a fad.
Yeah.
Now these Pokemon are all new. Is that correct?
Yeah. So your first playthrough in the
What?
game, unless you're
No
like
Pikachu?
unless you're trading Pokemon to the cartridge, as I understand it.
That's
am I a
slavery
boy or
where
am
I
I a
come
girl?
from. Whichever you feel like you should be, man. You be your own person, Jeff.
I'm gonna be a boy.
It's a nice hat.
Thank you. You're a boy, right?
Yeah, why not?
I'd like to hear your name. Please
Okay.
Please tell me. What's the default name?
Your name?
Oh.
There is no default name. I bet your name's gonna be A.
It's gonna be White.
It's totally racist, man. Why not?
It is. It is.
Of course, you think it's a wonderful name.
But
You don't get to
let me
choose?
introduce you to your two best friends. Oh, whatever. That's
There's you know what there's so far a lot of and not much of in this game?
What's that?
Talking and Pokemon.
Well,
respectively.
what if this was your first Pokemon game? They have to kind of start from scratch with that.
Really, is this anybody's first Pokemon game?
Yeah. What if this is your 10th Pokemon game?
I mean, well, then you're used to this stuff, and you're going like, all right, cool, and you're kind of buttoning through it.
Right, you're trying to figure out which microphone to plug
Or
in.
if this is your 10th Pokemon game, you're so stoked on Pokemon that you're totally willing to just do this over and over again.
Yeah, you're importing your leaf green Pokemon now.
Yeah, but yeah, on your first playthrough, you will see all new Pokemon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then
I wouldn't know what to do.
I know exactly. With no coughing, I'm lost.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's been kind of an issue with. This looks.
I like
this looks pretty
Geohot
good.
personally. That's my go-to Stone Earth Pokemon.
And it also can hack iPhones and PlayStation 3s, which is nice.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I can answer that.
Alexis?
I believe there is not any Pokewalker support.
Yeah, there is no
Correct.
Pokewalker support in this game.
Wow.
That is accurate.
Are there going to be any games with Pokewalker support? The chat wants to know.
No, absolutely not. They put out the game that has
was
Pokewalker
big
support.
disappointment.
That was a
If they were going to, this would have it.
One time only,
Yeah.
huh? Very exciting. Well, this is so far starting just like every other Pokemon game
But it
ever.
looks quite a bit better. Look at that top screen.
It looks 3D, Jeff.
Yeah, it's like polygonal areas and stuff.
I think the TV, somebody left the TV on.
Where are the Pokemon? That's a great question. Oh, wait inside this gift box.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so I've been set free in the world.
I reject the idea that you can't choose your friends, though.
That's yeah.
That offends me.
I open the gift
Brad,
box.
you-
Oh,
are you-
look at this gift box!
Whoa.
I beg you, kid, come to the castle. Peach.
I'm sorry. You're saying.
Are you a Pokemon player?
No.
This
No,
is-
thank
this
you.
isn't in your wheelhouse?
Have you ever I have never tried. No thanks.
You know, it's just a JRPG.
Not really my thing. I know. I played enough of those.
Okay.
Kind of over it.
There's an underworld.
Kind of
The grass type.
multiplayer.
Sniffy.
Okay.
The fire type. Tepig. The water type.
Oshawott.
Oshawott?
All right.
I'm kind of like an Oshawott. I don't know.
I don't know. Tepig looks pretty strong. You only get to pick one?
Yeah, you got to pick your starter Pokemon.
What a ripoff.
Dude, haven't you played one of these games before? Jeez, I thought you were cool.
That's. I'm not going to answer. I got nothing. I got nothing for you there. When I played, you started with the yellow one, or the green one, or the fireball one, and everybody always picks the fireball one because why would you pick the one that doesn't shoot fireballs?
Because Bulbasaur's pretty sweet too.
Bulbasaur's for chumps, yo.
Oh man, we are gonna have words.
Chumps. Well, I'll bring my Bulbasaur. You bring your Bulbasaur. I'll bring my fireball guy. We'll see how it goes.
Grass versus fire. I don't know how that actually works out.
Alexis, do we have any questions from the chat?
Not specifically about Pokemon.
Let's just take whatever they got at this point.
I want to know, what do you think about the newly announced Guild Wars 2 class, the Thief?
It's a very specific question.
We are looking forward to seeing Guild Wars 2 at PAX next week. And yeah, I haven't seen that game in a very long time, and even then it was pretty passively. So I haven't really been keeping up on class reveals and stuff like that. But I think the game does look really cool.
That was one of several games that we regretfully had to defer until next week.
You know, we also have a special guest here.
We do.
Yes.
We do.
Maybe he can come over.
Now seems like a good time for that. Actually.
While I fight Pokemon trainer Bianca.
This is
the animation of this is like worlds ahead of.
Well, they look like they look a little 3D and cell shaded-y.
Yeah.
I can't tell. Are they actually 3D or are they sprites?
It's tough to say.
Tackle or tail whip?
I thought I heard going into this
Tail
game
whip
that they were
here,
going to be 3D.
Tail whip's always a good move, Jeff.
Whoop whoop. Yeah.
And, you know, it's possible that they did the Donkey Kong Country thing. They modeled the Pokemon and then generated just a whole shitload of sprites off of that. So joining us on the couch, Danny B. Hey, Danny.
Yo.
Hey.
So Danny, you may know from one of my favorite soundtracks of last year, if not my favorite soundtrack last year, in a game. Danny did the Super Meat Boy soundtrack. Also, I'm completely blanking out now.
Cannonball?
Cannonball, thank you.
Or Cannonball, as everybody calls it.
I know, Cannonball. Call it Cannonball. That's crazy. You gotta run fast, but you're not Cannonball.
Yo, what's that game all about? Cannonballs.
I always hit the light. I always hit the wall. I mean, I
missed
can't,
the window.
I can't hit the window.
Yeah.
That's where I always fall down.
Yeah.
But Super Meat Boy is like
Yes.
crushingly difficult.
Yes.
And awesome music all the way through.
The Pokemon on both sides did their best.
We're talking about three different things
It's
here
key
right
to know
now.
that. It's key to know that, like, after the battle, it's like, hey, man, everyone tried.
Everybody's
and
a winner.
ultimately, that's all that matters.
Did they give you that when you're fighting the black Pokemon, or not so much?
I don't even want to do this. Now that's the line.
I don't think I'm comfortable here, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
What am I getting into here?
Yeah. So how was your GDC, Danny?
Awesome, man.
Good? Walking
Yeah.
around, meeting people?
Yeah, this is my second one, so it's like I kind of know what happens, whereas the first time you go, like last year, just, hey, whoa, cool.
Are you like a panel guy? Or are you walking around the expo? Or
I did Independent IGS, Independent Game Summit. So like all the indie stuff, and then after that I just did Expo.
Cool.
So
Are you here looking to do businessing, or are you like, trying to find new projects to work on and stuff, or are you just kind of here for the love of
kind of all the same thing, really.
Yeah.
Just like just it's good to see all these people that I work with, like all around the world, like from Sweden and all this, and it's good to sexually assault Notch.
That was.
It's a good time.
He needs it, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a shitty life.
I hear we have a call concerning Pokemon from Rob from England on the line. Rob, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Rob. What's your question, sir? Thanks for calling in.
My question is for Jeff about the future of Pokemon. I mean, do you really think with the 3DS coming out, do you think they're gonna make it as a WiiWare game, or do you think they're gonna upgrade the graphics and make it a proper 3D Pokemon experience? What do you think they're gonna do?
Thanks for calling in, Rob.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. I think that yes, they will make a Pokemon game for the 3DS, and I bet they will put out 2 versions that will be opposing colors of some kind.
Maybe 3 versions because it's
maybe
3
because 3 times the D.
Yeah,
you're gonna need an extra version
That's a lot
to
more
contain
D.
all those Ds.
What colors are left?
Purple.
Puce.
We've never seen a purple Pokemon, have we?
Yeah.
Ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet and infrared. Diamond Pearl, I feel, covers purple in the Prince manner.
That's possible.
So I don't know what colors that. Then maybe they put out a ska
Burnt
Pokemon game
sienna?
and have a checkerboard.
That's not a bad idea.
And get into that stuff.
You don't think they could walk down the dark road of having a subtitle that is 3 words that all start with D's?
Oh man,
because that's already happening.
Who's doing that?
That Kingdom Hearts game that's coming out is Dream Drop. What's the last one? It also starts with a D.
Die.
Yes.
Dream Drop. Die.
I would like to. Yes.
Yes, I think they will make a Pokemon game for the 3DS. That's a loose prediction. Hey, I don't know for sure, but this Pokemon thing I think is it might do pretty well for them, and it's probably worth putting out another game on the 3DS, and it'll be the Pokemon will be coming right at you.
I mean, they might leave Pokemon on DS for a while until there's millions and millions
That's
of
true.
3DSs out there.
That's true.
Because they like to sell. They don't want to sell 5 of these.
But
things.
at the same time, the cycle with which they release these things, I mean, you notice they're putting this one out with a new hardware bundle right before the 3DS release.
Yeah.
So it'll be the thing that'll kind of carry those kids over until
this is the tweener.
The 3DS kind of, maybe goes through a price drop and one or more thing, and then they put out Pokemon and that gets everyone to move who's still on a DS to move over.
Have they said anything about regular DS games coming out that have 3DS enhanced features, kind of going from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Color?
Said what? Oh, adding 3D features.
Where if you were to play this DS game on a 3DS, you get a little bit extra. Have they implied that anything like that?
No, I don't think they've said that. Because like a Game Boy Color type situation where it plays in a regular Game Boy, but if you put it in a Game Boy Color, it's in color.
Or it's got a few extra.
I don't think they've said anything about adding 3D to 2D or having games shipped that support both. Basically, that would be a neat idea. They are going to do their 3D remaster stuff for the eShop. Where they're going to be releasing
the eShop, right?
Updated classic games in 3D. And they did come out and say, we mentioned on the podcast a couple days ago, but they did come out and say that there is going to be original software released for download in the eShop. So
I should hope so.
Interesting.
All those great developers.
So
are gonna
the
have
train's
a place
keeping on rolling.
Yeah, basically there's no stopping this horrible
train
shit show.
I think we have Pasquale on the line. Pasquale.
Hi. Yeah, I was just traveling down Route 1. And I had my Pokemons, and I caught a Patrat, and do you want to trade that for the Oshawott? Because I'm up for that, man. I need the Oshawott.
Live trading.
I'm just starting with his Oshawott. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want to trade, but maybe we can video chat later.
That sounds good, but the Patrat was level 4. I leveled it to level 8, so that's like a 200% increase.
That's pretty good, Jeff.
That's
pretty good deal.
That does sound like a pretty good deal.
I need that Oshawott, man.
Do you have your 16-digit friend code ready?
Okay.
I don't have it here. We haven't gotten to the network area of the game yet, and then this DS actually can't get online. So
I can't. God damn it!
That's too bad. But maybe later. Thanks, Pasquale.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate you can't trade.
There are all types of advanced trading features and online stuff in this game. Like I said, there's literally.
Can you tweet a Pokemon to someone else?
No, it's a very closed. Nintendo's not tweeting. They're not on Facebook. This is you can video chat with other Pokemon players.
You're right, man. If they bring this to Facebook, it's gonna make a lot of money.
I think it'd do well.
Yeah.
Then you can just buy an Oshawott.
I know. Buy as many as you want. You can have a whole collection.
Exactly.
6, 7, 8, 10.
Yeah.
Level 1 through 20.
Come back in 6 hours or pay us 99 cents to refill your AP now.
Yeah. So, Danny, what's up next for you, sir?
I'm finishing up the soundtrack for Cave Story 3DS.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I got to meet with those guys yesterday.
Awesome.
Did you kick it with Pixel?
I did,
Yeah.
and
Awesome.
it's surreal. It's insane. Pixel was. I touched him.
Now that's supposed to be a downloadable. 3DS, or is that actually coming out? Is that coming out full
I don't
retail?
know what I'm supposed to say.
Okay, I don't know. I want to get you in trouble.
That's my guess.
But you were kind enough to bring us a couple CDs that we can give away to you guys. We'll do that at some point. Like we'll talk about it on Twitter later.
We will get that stuff out.
Because we're not prepared for contests right now.
Some Meat Boy action there.
But if you want to buy the Meat Boy soundtrack, you can right now. What's the URL and stuff like that for that?
Meatboymusic.com.
Meatboymusic. Can I get Cannibal there too?
Yeah. Well,
Nice.
there's DannyBmusic.com too.
Okay, so
And that's all
DannyBmusic.com or MeatBoyMusic.com
goes right to the Meat Boy one.
And if anybody in the chat has questions for Danny, he's here. You can call the number. Alexis looks like he has a question.
I think I got one question for Danny. Want to know what your favorite game soundtracks are, other than your.
Oh, that's a question I should ask. That's
Other
a good
than my
question.
own, that question sucks.
Other than you gotta have. What's your chip
It's pretty
tune stuff?
easy.
Okay.
It's Final Fantasy VII and Chrono Trigger.
Okay, that's good. I like both of those. I like Chrono Trigger a lot.
Oh yeah.
Did you play the DS port? Play the hell out of DS port a few years ago, or not so much?
No, I've just played it so many times over the years that just I don't know.
What's your favorite section of the Chrono Trigger music? Like the future music, the past music, prehistoric music? Am I asking too much? Can't
It's
pick.
so hard to. It's just yes.
Okay, fair enough.
There's
Water
a,
temple.
There's a water temple in it.
There's no water temple. Oh, that place.
Oh.
Square Enix had a cocktail reception yesterday featuring the director of Chrono Trigger, and we did not go.
Wow.
I feel really bad about that.
Wow.
I know.
You suck.
I know.
Hey, Ryan from Fort Worth is on the line with some more Pokemon questions. Go ahead, caller.
Yo.
Hey, Ryan. How you doing, man?
Hey. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Charizard, I guess. I don't know.
That makes sense to me.
Thanks for calling.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right. My question is, how do you guys feel about the progression of the Pokemon games? Like, I haven't bought them in a couple of years because I feel that it doesn't really, there's nothing that really draws me in. You know, they haven't really upgraded enough for me to want to buy it. So is there anything that you would really like to see, or how do you feel about is this the penultimate Pokemon game for you guys?
You know, it's interesting. I mean, for all the talk about what they've redesigned in Pokemon Black and White, and you know they have created all new Pokemon and stuff. The early word from some of the first reviews out has been that it really is the same game underneath kind of the upgrades and
So you're still
the new
fighting
code
monsters against other
monsters.
monsters?
Yeah, I mean that's core of the series. But
Yeah.
you know, at the same time, it's you're fighting gym leaders. You're going through similar sorts of stuff, but they do have these kind of 3-on-3 team battles and stuff kind of around the edges of the experience that they have upgraded.
Still about
of course,
getting
visually,
back,
I mean, I think if you looked at the earlier games, you're looking at this and going like, this actually does look quite a bit better than some of that stuff in the past. But yeah, I don't know. I played the first one. I played Red. I played Red.
In 1987 or something.
Right. Yeah, back in the 60s.
Yeah.
When
On
we were
Commodore
making Red.
64.
Yeah. And I enjoyed it. But at the same time, I think it's got that same thing that a lot of Nintendo's franchises have, where your first one is always going to be your favorite, and they're always kind of remaking it for a new generation of kids.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the case here. I think that they'll draw some people back in with this just because it does look quite a bit better than the game has in the past. And now I'm just walking around this town because I haven't been paying attention to what anyone's saying. So,
thanks for calling, Ryan. Jeff, you can stop
Yeah,
answering the
thank you.
question now. I think Alexis has a question in the chat.
Yeah, another question for Danny. 100 Hertz wants to know what your production setup's like.
More good questions.
Mostly software. It's Reason. I click stuff in with a mouse.
So you're not like mad keyboards.
That's the way to do it.
No, I mean I have them, but I use them to just like find sounds and then click it in. It's like I was staying with some other indie musicians and we're like totally opposite because like I find it really just cumbersome and inefficient to like actually play something and then fix it and make it sound good. And like they watched me just click in just tons and tons of notes, and that's just how I've done it for years. And I write music like I play a video game, like I'm playing Mario Picross or something, because it's all just a grid system. It's just So I am a child of the Nintendo era. So
have you beaten Super Meat Boy?
Yeah.
Like 100%?
couple times. yeah.
Nice.
Well, because I got it, even from when there were just like 3 levels in it, from when it was like pre-alpha.
Okay.
Like I've just been playing
Beating
it.
the only 3 levels in the game doesn't count as beating it.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
Yeah, I just keep playing the pre-alpha one and beating it and feeling
best.
feeling great about
There's
myself.
no one else on the leaderboards.
No, that was funny because I got the game like a week before it came out on XBLA, and like I just played the shit out of it and just like almost I think 100% it before it came out, and like I got all these messages from people telling me I was cheating and I was going to get banned at my own game.
Well, so I mean, you got to tell me how to beat the kid. The last level in the kid warp zone.
Oh, that's
man.
easy. Quit being a bitch.
Oh, well, that's easy. Then
It's the EVE Online theory of harden the fuck up.
Oh, okay. So you're saying I've got to man up and stop whining, and just keep playing over and over again.
Keep reaching for that rainbow, homie. Dreams do come
Alex
true.
from Jersey is on the line. Alex, go ahead. Alex. Hey, Alex.
Hey,
Oh, there you are. What's going on, Alex?
Okay, not much. Just had a quick question for you guys. I heard on Twitter earlier that Metro Studios had a GDC conference where they kind of jokingly referred to a Pokemon Prime. Maybe when you guys could pick up that.
Alex, can you go again? You broke up a little bit there.
No, just Retro Studios were jokingly referred earlier today, I guess, at a GDC conference about doing Pokemon Prime. And I thought, hey, that sounds pretty awesome, so maybe what you guys think about
Yeah, I think it was like there was some reference for the...
What was the question?
That they, Retro Studios...
Thanks, Alex!
In one of their talks, Retro Studios mentioned Pokemon Prime. I think it was just like an offhand comment.
Oh,
about,
they're gonna make a first-person shooter out of Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck yes. I am totally in for that. I want to kill Ridley in Pokemon. I want to get a Ridley Pokemon.
Well, it's like Retro's got to do something, right? Like, what else
Jeff Gersman said it, not me. Any more questions from the chat, Alexis?
I have a question.
Brad has a question.
For Danny.
What's up, girl?
Damn.
You guys are tight.
I mean, whoa, wow. Hey, it's like a fresh here. Not a cheap date.
Did you forget your question?
No.
Because I wouldn't blame you.
You talk about tracking music with a mouse and stuff. Did you ever make music in Mario Paint?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Cool,
I knew it. I knew it.
No, we're on the internet. You can say fuck, piss, shit, whatever you want. It doesn't
Bitch!
matter. Yeah. We're cool with women here, though, so keep it easy, man.
But
Yeah. No. Mario Paint. What's
Most
the
of the
word?
time when I say bitch, it's directed towards dudes.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you told me not to be a bitch, that was
I
totally
think
cool.
bitch is gender neutral now.
Oh, really?
That's,
okay.
I was kind of
In
just
my-
saying
in
it to
my
the
eyes,
universe.
Okay.
And the universe is genderless.
No, the universe is totally a lady.
Okay, let's maybe get one more question from the chat and see what's going on out
Yeah,
there.
those posers want to know how would everyone feel if they changed the Pokemon formula to a more story-based game that possibly did not have any gym leader fights.
I feel like the story is fighting the gym leaders.
I think that's one way to go. I think like having a greater adventure, which these games do offer a certain amount of adventure beyond just the gym leader stuff. But
well, it's just the gym leaders gate progression through the game, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Didn't they promise that adventures await right up front?
It did. It did say adventures await. I mean,
That's
there
true.
certainly are adventures in this game. It's not adventureless.
Also, dreams.
And hope.
And hopes.
And hopes.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. These games actually don't have much of a story. Is that what you're telling me?
No, it's certainly. I mean, but it's always like the professor gives you a Pokemon.
Okay.
You fight the gym leaders, and then something.
Okay. So it's like beat all these gym leaders and you win.
No, there's stuff after
Okay.
that. It's not.
It's starting to sound like Crackdown to me, and that ain't cool.
But if this game had the Crackdown announcer, that would probably be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like I'm part of a pop quiz that I didn't study for because I've never played Pokemon.
I
so
played.
this is all gibberish to me.
I played Diamond for like the first 2 hours, and I was like, "This is really confusing." And this gym leader keeps beating my ass. Also, why does my Geohot turn into something else? If you were a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you be, Danny?
Purple.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Purple. Purple's good.
I think giving Pokemon nicknames is
What's your favorite album?
horrible.
80s. Oh, what's your favorite 80s album?
80.
I'm going to narrow it down. Were you even? How old are you? You can't have been around for 80s music.
I'm 26.
Okay.
So yeah,
no. Well, I guess a little bit. 90s music then.
My favorite album of all time?
All-time favorite album.
Well, I grew up with Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Pink Floyd?
Dark Side of the Moon.
Dark Side. Oh, that's why, and that is why the Super Meat Boy cover for the double disc collector's edition, extended edition.
Super dupe.
Super awesome. If
XP,
I was a
Sapphire.
better host, I would have it here so I could hold it up and people could see. But
Pokemon White version.
It's the Meat Boy's on fire.
He is, because it's a Wish You Were Here album where it's the guy holding the
Exactly,
hands
Pink
and
Floyd guy.
fire and stuff. And I was raised on classic rock, Weird Al Yankovic, and video game music.
Awesome.
Pretty much that's just the trifecta.
Awesome.
And I want to be Liam Hallett from Prodigy when I grow up.
So, I guess on that note, members, I don't know if we have an update on the T-shirt sales. Last time I heard we were 600 plus T-shirts.
17,000 T-shirts sold.
720 million T-shirts sold. Wait, hold on. Vinny's screaming in my ear. Vinny, it's just 720, not 720 million. Just one zero. we didn't sell 2 T-shirts to everybody in North America. It was just 720. But keep those orders coming. Of course, new members will get that. This T-shirt actually has a members logo on the back. It's updated for 2011. We have this year on it.
Yeah.
And if you're worried, if you're worried that you might not get this T-shirt, you don't want to get 2 of these T-shirts. If you resubscribe, later when your annual subscription is up,
This
don't
T-shirt's
worry.
not going to be around forever.
It's like a month, maybe 2.
Yeah.
As long as you guys keep buying them, we'll keep printing them. But we'll have something
But
new.
yes, there will be a firm cutoff
when
on
it's
this stuff. We
time.
like to keep these limited, man. We like to keep them cool. It's not cool if everyone you know has a Lincoln Force T-shirt.
Hey, Will from Portland has a question for me.
All right.
Hey, Will.
Hey.
What's your question?
Hey, Will.
Hey, Will. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Will. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome, Will. How's your day up there?
It's Portland-tastic.
So it's raining and everybody's a little high.
Yeah, that's Portland.
Okay, fair enough.
So I got a question about wires.
Okay.
Finally.
Like, there's too many of them and stuff.
Hard-hitting wire journalism.
It's 2011, and the back of my computer, I have a wire going into my mouse, my keyboard, my monitor, my speakers, my printer. Like,
stop the madness!
Why isn't all that shit wireless? Why do I still have to plug wires into anything? Why can't I just set the computer down and it beams into my TV and it beams into power? Like, I don't want to have to plug things into anything anymore. I just want it to work.
Well, thanks for your question, Will. All of those things that you mentioned, you can buy wireless versions of.
Not all of it.
Even the power?
The power, though.
Well, power.
Wasn't there like a
That's
wire-
crazy. What's a laptop but wireless power? Yeah. No, I mean it's if you want no wires, buy a Mac, I guess. I mean they bundle it all into one big giant cable.
Yeah.
So it's a little less offensive. But printers, like my printers, works over Wi-Fi.
Yep.
My mouse and keyboard. I use wired mouse and keyboards because I like them to work well. But if you're okay with it not working so hot, you can go wireless. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I used a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard for a good long time, and it was a pain in the ass, but it didn't have wires. So
Yeah.
that was kind of like trading one pain in the ass for another.
So while we have you guys here on the couch,
Yeah.
let's talk about the iPad 2.
Okay, yeah.
Because you're an iPad owner. Danny, are you an iPad guy, I think? Yeah. Brad, you're not, but just sit there and be quiet.
Sell me.
Look
no,
cute.
No, give me the pitch.
So iPad 2 hit this week. It's kind of a big deal just because they've sold like 17 million iPad 1s, and
Yeah.
pretty much they're the only people that have made a pad device, a tablet device that doesn't
That
suck.
anyone actually cares about.
Yeah, so we've written a bunch about it this week. We haven't had any hands-on time yet. If you have questions, now's the time to call the number. This is, I think, the most exciting thing about the new iPad. I mean, the hardware's nice. They've done some hardware under the hood stuff that's pretty
Oh, is
impressive.
that stand built in?
But this is it's an optional accessory, of
Oh, okay,
course.
I was gonna say.
But the magnets that make the cover work are built in, and so you basically hook it onto the side with magnets,
Yeah.
and then you fold it over the front with the screen, the delicate glass
And then
part
this guy
with magnets
comes to my house
and then Johnny, he's a designer. He's
Rusty up a little bit.
Yeah, he was in I think Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Okay.
But yeah, you actually put the cover holds on with magnets, and when you peel the cover off, it trips the magnet sensor, and wakes up the iPad without you having to hit the home button.
Huh.
So it's like a little bit like magic.
That's
is what Steve Jobs would say.
Yeah.
I'm not, I posted my thoughts on it. I bought an iPad 1.
Yeah.
I'm excited about getting direct feed out of it, direct video feed out of
Right.
it, just because of my job.
That is huge for us as
For
well.
what we do.
We could theoretically cover iPad games if we really wanted
So
to.
could we. I mean, it's crazy.
That's a big
Yeah.
if, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Let's
I said,
be honest
if we
here.
wanted to, which means we could, have a Dungeon Raid video review in which we say, "Man, Dungeon Raid is good." Here it
Is that what you would say?
There
Really?
are skulls. Yeah.
Oh, Dungeon Raid. Yeah, Dungeon Raid is awesome.
Yeah,
I
Dungeon
thought you were
Raid
talking
is
about Dungeon Keepers.
No, I'm not talking about Dungeon.
No, that's merely okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean the dual core processor, a whole bunch of new hardware. I mean it's kind of exciting. It's not something. If I have an iPad 1, Danny, you're going to go on buy a new one on day one.
Well, I kind of wanted to get my dad one anyway, so I think I'll get the new one and give it to him.
You're
But
gonna
I
give
wanted
him the hand me down.
Yeah,
that's a good move.
I wanted to see Retina display though. I wanted to see high resolution.
I was hoping for that too. It's not going to happen. I think we got to see some iOS 5 stuff happen so that the apps don't require fixed resolution before they can do that.
I'm still bummed that even computer monitors have the same pixel density they did 15 years ago. Why isn't that going up?
Well, you can get higher if you get a 27-inch display that's a 2560 by 1200 or whatever the not the 2560 by 1600 crazy high 30-inch resolution, but there's a 27-inch higher than 1080p resolution display, and that has a really nice high pixel density.
Yeah.
But it's a little hard to see sometimes because the OS doesn't necessarily know what to do with that kind of high pixel density display. So I don't know, Brad. Are you finally in iPad land after this one?
I don't know. I have a MacBook. I have an iPhone. The iPad always felt like the in-between those two devices, but there's so much overlap between those already. It feels slightly unnecessary when you have already spent way too much money on Apple stuff.
I have all that too, like a laptop and an iPhone. And when I got my iPad, I'm like, this is totally going to be a luxury item that it's totally just
you're going to use it when
indulgence.
you travel.
And then I ended up using it every day, and
Yeah.
it completely changed how I just hang out and surf the internet and stuff.
I mean, it's literally.
I'm not even a Mac guy. I'm PC totally, but I'm way into iPhone and iPad totally.
But it's the first thing I look at in the morning when I'm laying in bed and I'm checking Twitter, checking email. Last thing I look at, Alexis, any questions from the chat?
With that in mind, what do you actually think about the weight of it? The weight difference?
I mean,
1.6 to 1.3, right?
It's 1.5 to 1.3.
Okay.
It's 1.5 and a tight, a hundredth.
Yeah.
I'm not too excited. 3 ounces. I mean, that doesn't seem like a huge difference to me. The thing I am excited about is the difference in shape. So the beveled edge on the first one was really kind of steep. The second one's a little bit thinner, so it's a little flatter on the back.
Yeah.
People are saying it's a little more comfortable to hold. I still don't think it's a one-hand device. You
Right.
can make your filthy jokes in the chat now.
Also, I mean, like yourself, I use my iPad in bed a lot.
Yeah.
And I have dropped it on my face by falling asleep while reading.
Yeah, I almost chipped a tooth.
Yeah. So I was thinking, if they can get these significantly
Yes.
lighter, then that's just a safety.
Don't drink an
benefit.
iPad,
That's-
man.
Well, the thing I did was wrapped foam around the edges of mine, so it's totally safe now. The other big thing, of course, is that there's a white one coming, which I think is probably the third dumbest thing ever.
You know that's just there so that they can have one more bullet point to get people who bought the first iPad to go well, I'm gonna want one.
That's
It's
true.
for the people that are color sensitive, the racists among us out there.
Well,
Pokemon White version. in stores
If you
this
see
weekend.
colors, I just see different iPads.
Pokemon Master
we
Race
have
Edition.
we have I can't remember who. Daniel is on the line in the spirit of the Whiskey Media Happy Hour and Member Appreciation Day. Wants to talk about Forza, I think.
Yes, I'm here.
What's up,
Hello.
Daniel?
I'm doing good.
How you doing, sir? You're doing good. You just said. What is your question? Go ahead.
Oh, I would just like to pimp out Giant Bomb's Forza Race Night. We meet Thursdays. We've been going a long time.
Oh,
We've been
awesome.
going even longer than I've been around.
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yep.
What times that happen?
Thursdays, 10:30 Eastern. We just keep going until people are around.
Awesome.
I don't hear any
You can
conflict there.
check out the forum on the Forza 3 page. All the information's there.
And you guys go every Thursday. That's awesome. And so you can watch TNT, then roll straight into Forza Race Night.
Then get some decals on your car and
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Daniel. That's a great. Everybody, I mean, be sure to check that
There
out. I played
are a
some
bunch of
Forza.
game nights up and running on the
Yeah.
forum. The
StarCraft
people-
tournaments every month, pretty much.
Yeah. There are people definitely playing Killzone 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Kind of, just as newer games are coming along with multiplayer, people looking to find groups of people to get together. So definitely check out the boards for that stuff.
That's awesome.
But Forza, I think, has been the longest running one.
Well, I mean-
those guys are serious.
Well, I like that game because the line tells you when to slow down and
Yes.
speed up,
Yes.
which is important for me because I don't know how to do that normally.
It's true.
You don't know how to drive.
No, I mean not fast on. I just stay in the lines, and that doesn't. You don't go fast enough there. Alexis, do we have any questions from the chat?
Yeah, they want to know, how do the magnets work on the iPad? Can
They want to. They're.
Yeah.
Are they saying
Yeah, Will,
magnets? How do they work?
Well, I mean, can you put your keys on that thing, or is it
well-
going to stick to everything?
So that's a good question. I wonder. I got to assume that the magnets aren't terribly strong. They're not like super duper magnets. They're not like large hadron collider magnets. I think they're just like little tiny magnets.
Then I'm no longer
that are
interested
just
in
going to
the
hold
iPad
that
2.
piece of vinyl on the cover.
Right.
But it folds, and you can use it as a stand in like 3 different ways.
That
that's
sounds
pretty
interesting.
neat.
I always meant to get a cover for mine, but it so rarely leaves the house that I don't really.
See, mine's in my bag every day. Like I carry that into the laptop a lot of the times. Have you ever tried making music with the iPad, Danny?
I've tried some of the apps. It's definitely. I don't think it's there yet. But like what I've started to do is using it as like a control surface where it can have like a mixer on it and control it. It's just the getting it to interface with the programs and stuff is still kind of sketchy. But no,
When you're working over Wi-Fi probably for that. So
yeah, like one of the
there's
things
problems?
I love to do the most with the iPad is I have like a projector, and I have my computer hooked up to it, and I use the iPad as the mouse. So I just sit in bed and have my iPad there, and move the mics around, mouse around, and whatever I want to watch or play, and But if they have a lot of like the synthesizers, like the Korgs and stuff, and you can do that, and just it's getting there, and that's part of why I wanted the higher resolution.
Yeah.
Because like there's so many controls on synths and stuff that like with the kind of chunky resolution, it's hard to read it sometimes.
And so, I mean, when you started out learning how to make music, like, did you go to school and stuff, or did you just kind of start noodling around and realize you liked it and then followed it as a path?
There were definitely noodles involved, but
okay.
In high school, I took music theory. I just kind of like got into it and messed around with like MIDI programs and stuff. But I started on Fruity Loops back when it was called Fruity Loops.
Okay.
And got involved with Overclock Remix, where they do video game remixes. And then we're still around, bro. You make it sound like we went
back in the day when they were remixing video games.
I'm just saying that man.
Way back.
He's just saying that all the good video game remixes have been done.
That's a valid argument.
But then right after that, I found Reason, which I like it a lot. So I got the tattoo of it, and which is strange because I was kind of thinking like, how many people get software program tattoos? Like, is there anybody out there with like the word paperclip?
We used to work with a guy that had a GameCube logo tattoo.
Wow.
I went into GameStop once. The guy's like, "Whoa, is that from Portal, bro?"
Like, you're like, "Hell yeah, I love Portal.
Oh yeah,
let's
man.
party."
I got Gabe Newell on my ass.
So this is fantastic sharing we're having here. We have Zach from LA on the line. Oh, hey Zach, there you are.
Here I am.
Yeah, hey Zach, what's going on? What's your question, sir?
It's for Jeff, really.
It's for Jeff.
Beyond Good and Evil HD is out, and it's getting a lot of good reviews. I'm just asking, when are they going to make Tonic Trouble HD?
Tonic Trouble HD.
Thanks, Zach.
Keep your fingers crossed. Someday we'll get down this heady path to where people are saying, "Yeah, let's put Tonic Trouble back out." Never. It's never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
It's never going to happen.
Alexis, any more questions from the chat? Anything for Danny? Any last desperate questions for any of us tonight?
Wondering about the form factor for the iPad. Why they didn't go with more of like an iPhone 4?
So a 16:9 versus 4:3 type screen?
They didn't say it, but I thought it meant the like squared, more like camera look of the iPhone 4.
Okay, I mean that's a good question. I think Johnny Ive has a pretty good idea of what he wants with design out of Apple stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the thing is you hold the iPhone differently than you hold the iPad. So the iPad, you typically hold in the crook of your arm. You hold kind of like this. You put it on your lap. You lay in bed with it like this so that you can chip your tooth. Yeah. You one-handed. If you're doing like a racing game, you want to have some good moves.
Or if you're
there.
driving and using your iPad.
I have a stand for that, but I was watching Avatar on the way in this morning. It's a fantastic movie on the iPad.
That sounds really safe.
Yeah, it was a little bit distracting, but I had the GPS alerts up, so it would beep when I was supposed to turn and stuff like that, so I didn't get lost.
Yeah, then
that was pretty good. But yeah. I think it's more really about how you hold it than how you than anything like that. You can grip the iPhone, just grab it in your hand. Any more questions, Alexis? Danny, what are you going to upgrade and pass down, right? Are you excited about? Are you getting white or black?
White.
Okay.
No.
Jeff, are you upgrading?
Not getting white.
You want the bezel to disappear, right?
I get, yeah.
You
That's
don't
one
want
of
to
the
see
things
it.
that was kind of weird to me about the iPad. Like the only thing that looks weird about it is the bezel's really big.
Yeah.
Like I think it would be nicer if it was just like right to the edge.
Has the rubber on the front of it started to ripple on any of yours? If you run your finger around the outside edge, that kind of like black
I've never rubbed
plastic.
the finger around the outside edge of mine before.
Mine's rippled in a couple of spots.
Did you get the one that I took apart?
No.
Are you sure?
I went and bought one from
I
Best
returned
Buy.
that.
Nice going.
Yeah, I was surprised
I
they
wonder
took it.
if I'm just like, if I'm just a little rough with it and it hasn't been in a case or something, because I'm typically like reading it, then like I need to take a shower, throw onto bed, and
I do
go.
that too.
Yeah. So I actually spend a lot. Like I throw the iPad a lot.
Yeah. Well, if you have
it's
a
really
deep comforter,
liberating. 'Cause
it'll
it's like,
catch.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's not like shocking. But one of these days it's going to hit the ground.
You're
I'll
going to
miss
overchuck.
Throw it through the sliding glass door of
I
my
could
bedroom.
kill the
or something
dog
like,
by accident if I did that and whiffed.
Right.
But,
so
I've
yeah,
had
it's
that.
got a weird little ripple. I'll bring it in so you can feel it. It's crazy.
Yeah, we could do a tell-all video about how that happens.
Get a macro lens in there and see if you can.
You're buying the black one though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to get another one, Jeff? Or are you in on the one?
I might. My mom. I just got her a Kindle for Christmas, and it turns out she really likes it. She was really skeptical.
Okay.
Because she likes to give books to relatives after
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
done reading them, and I said, no, you need to be selfish because this is the future.
Well, you can loan books from the Kindle now too.
What?
So she needs to give all of her friends Kindles too.
Oh man.
So that then she can loan books out to them.
I don't think I can afford all that.
No, that seems expensive.
But yeah, so I could see a scenario where I go crazy after these things come out and go like, I want to go buy another iPad. And if that's the case, I will probably give
So
her
like
my
Monday,
old one or
probably
something
next
like that.
Monday, you'll. And of course, iPad's available next Friday,
Oh,
right?
God,
I mean, I'm going to be in line
It
this
is
time
March.
next week.
It is March.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I totally. I didn't
They
even
announced
realize.
it, and like 7 days later, you're going to be able to go out and get in line with a million other assholes like me.
We'll be in Boston for PAX next week.
You better get in line.
It's it's the big
Better-
PAX East lineup.
better
Oh,
get in
speaking of
line.
that, we have some stuff going on
Yeah.
out there in Boston for you
It's good
folks
to
out there
promote.
in Boston land. We're going to get
Beantown, I think they call that.
Yes.
Bostonia?
Yes.
What did the Romans call Boston? Is the
Beanland.
question I have.
The Windy City.
Londinium is what they called London. I understand.
Thursday, we're going to be attending. There's a rock band night happening.
Oh God,
around
with that
PAX.
rapscallion John Drake?
He'll probably be there.
Oh,
Him
man.
and
I wouldn't go to
Screen.com's
that.
Eric Pope will be
Okay.
there as well.
Also a rapscallion.
So we'll be judging some of the performances for
Are you going to be kind, gentle judges, or are you going to be assholes?
assholes. That's
Cool.
the kind of the running theme
Okay.
of these nights is that apparently when Alex worked at Harmonix, he was the most assholest
Like
of them
when
all.
they walk
which
up
I
and-
find very
Oh,
easy to believe.
He's a charming
And
lad.
he
Always
conti-
a smile on his
He
face.
is giving us the finger.
He
He's
continues-
smiling, but
He continues that legacy from off camera.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
And then
This finger, right? This one, the pointer?
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, okay.
He's like, hey.
Yeah, you kids.
And then Friday night, I believe it's 9:30, but check your local PAX East listings. We're going to be having our panel. There's all kinds of shenanigans. We got we're rolling 9 deep out there.
Wow. I heard at the PAX Prime panel last year, you had what, like 130,000 people in that room?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so
it was.
it's going to get there
kind
early.
Kind
if you
of a
want to
fire
see.
hazard. Kind
Yeah.
of a fire hazard. But,
They were stacked 12 deep.
Yeah. And I don't know how long we're going to go this year. We have kind of been requesting the last panel in a room so we can just kind of go till question marks. Because if you've listened to our podcast, we don't know when to stop.
Yeah, no, I listen to your podcast every week, and I never get done with last year.
Yeah, it
before
was
the
like
next
the
week's is out.
first 2/3 of it.
I'm
and then
only
go
on like the 3rd episode so
yeah,
far.
I mean that's
been working on it for 3
that's why
years.
I feel pretty good about breaking out the important stuff from that last third into its own podcast.
You're
so
talking
that
about
people
the new
can hear it.
PlayStation Network download hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, an hour
I like
every
that.
week talking
I
about
like that.
PSN downloads.
Great. Minis mostly, I think, right?
Yeah. The mini minute, we call it.
Good. And Danny, again, DannyBmusic.com. Plug your Danny B Style on Twitter?
Yeah.
At Danny B Style, I guess is the
Danny
is
B
the
Style.
technical way you represent that. And MeatBoyMusic.com if you want to buy the Meat Boy soundtrack. I'm going to go ahead and say I bought the Meat Boy soundtrack literally the first moment I knew it was available.
So did I.
I have listened. It's been on my iPhone nonstop. I'm not using my iPhone right now, so
I
that's
bought
kind
the
of a bummer.
Flax, so I can't put them on my iPhone.
You bought the Flax? You know, you can make those into MP3s
I know,
with
actually,
magic
yeah.
and technology.
No, I did.
No, I
Then why
love
did
it.
you buy the Flax?
Because it's awesome to have.
I don't
Flax.
even know how to use Flax, and I made the shit.
I used to buy the Flax, but I don't anymore. And that, I think, on that note, we're going to wrap up this week's fantastic Whiskey Media Happy
Can I
Hour.
say one
JB, raise
thing?
your hand. Yes, sir.
I was told by Lee Chan that if I gave her a shout out, she would give me a kiss. So
there you go.
Give me it.
That was a shout out, I think. You're in.
That's to be
See you guys
redeemed
next
later.
week. Ryan Davis hopefully will not be here because he'll be in PAX in Boston.
Right, yes.
But I'll be here again, maybe.
Have fun doing this again.
Or like it'll probably just be me in a conference room with Dave for like 2 hours.
Dave will be there too. Dave's in Boston.
So it'll be me in a conference room with Norm for 2 hours.
No, Norm's coming to PAX. We're taking him with us.
Beans. I'm just going to be in a conference room weeping silent tears. See you guys next week. Have a good Friday. Thanks for watching. Member Appreciation Week. Buy a t-shirt.
Well, no, I'm on AIM with him. Yeah, totally. I think a member too. He actually introduced me to this group because we're pretty hardcore on the spot watchers. Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Well, I go through phases. Like I've got a music phase, a movie phase, but I'm still a core gamer.
There's like nothing like more depressing to me when somebody talks to me and I'll be like, I'll tell them what I do, and I'll be like, hey dude, I work for a video game website, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I used to play video games.
That shit's bunk.
I know, it's ridiculous. You're just sitting there, you're like, oh, so wait, then what happened in your life? Like, you saw me today. I'm wearing like a goofy sweater.
Time, right?
Yeah, I'm wearing a goofy sweater. I'm not wearing it for anybody. I'm wearing it for like a girl or something, and she thinks I'm like fucking silly. But I'm not gonna fucking drop video games for like some random girl or something.
Yeah. I was with a girl, and like she gave me shit for playing games, but I would never stop. You just have to embrace your quirkiness, I guess.
Yeah, dude, fucking live your life, man. Like, don't care about it. All right, you know you're on air right now, though, right?
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah.
What's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
I mix it up. Jeff just walked in. Jeff knows that I hate gin. He hates gin.
I know you.
There's been animated GIFs made of us loving gin, but I would say like if I'm gonna just drink like a beer, I'd say just a Guinness. And if I'm gonna drink a like a alcoholic, like a mixed drink or something, I normally go. I'll go with the Russians. You know me. I like fucking Russian video games. So I'm gonna go for like fucking Stoli or something.
Okay, yeah. White Russian is my favorite drink. Partly due to the fact that.
But did you drink it before the movie? Did you drink it before the movie? None of us did. Yeah, a fucking White Russian.
Jeff, which version of the fucking game I should get?
Jeff says he was drinking White Russians when he was 15, and you know what? I would say that probably pretty much like explains his entire career. Like
hey, I started when I was 16, so.
Yeah. Hey, do you mind if I pick up some other cats?
No.
I gotta
Thanks
go.
for the chat.
Dude, did you like how you didn't end up the show, but you ended up on the show probably way longer than any other caller?
Well, second week in a row I've been on, so I'm happy about that.
So, I am your buddy. Tell me you were on.
I love you.
I'll see you,
all.
duder. Later.
Yeah, have a good one.
Pascal.
Yeah, man, what's up?
What's up?
I fucking love you, Dave.
No, that's twice. I don't like that. It's
Nah, but do you know, I fucking love you, Dave.
Yeah? Why?
You're so good.
Yeah,
You like
just shut up.
Russian games.
Shut up. No, Pascal, tell me about what we're doing, because you told me you're hanging out with Bodega.
Yeah.
At
PAX East.
At PAX East. So you're sharing it with Bodega and Cat, right?
Yeah, it's a giant bomb all the time.
So it's like the family. You guys are like, if we were like a Mormon cult, you guys.
Yeah, where you go with this?
You guys are like second level. You're
I'm
Thesians.
Do you want me to kill myself for you? Because
no, fuck that. I want you to drink alcohol and have a good time, and think that your life is fun and worth living.
Well, good, because I plan to do that with you. I mean, I went to PAX Prime last year, and everybody kept buying me drinks because I didn't want to buy a drink because I wasn't 21 at that time.
Were you holding hands with them on top of a building in the Matrix?
Hold on, what? What's going on?
You were
Matrix?
in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Like where you
Yeah.
That's
I remember
what
the
you were doing?
Matrix. It's gone now, Dave. Don't bring me back to that.
I know, but what are you playing? I like, by the way, that you totally skipped out on our guild. Like, you joined our guild for, like, what, like half a day?
When I first started playing World of Warcraft, I played on US servers because I played with the guild I had in Matrix Online, and they were mostly US. Just getting up at 3 a.m. to start raiding Molten Core.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you. You said 3 a.m.
3 a.m. to start raiding Molten Core would nearly kill anyone. I can't do that.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's why you lose. That's why you lose.
Oh, I just do that. Roll on an English server. Let's see how you fare.
There's no English servers. There's only like 7 people that play video games in England, which you would know from the happy hour because all 7 of them call us. Like, it's always like, where am I from? It's like Glasgow, like, London. We never know.
That is bizarre. I mean, I stay up like, I'm playing Minecraft right now, and I plan to continue. So
Wait, you're playing Minecraft right now while you're talking to me?
Well, I mean, does that offend you? Or?
Yes, in fact, I'm going to have to cut you off and pick up
don't
another
do it.
caller. I'll see you, though, next week. We're going to have fun. We're going to drink drinks.
Drink drinks.
Because the Giant Bomb way, that's the way you do it. You shake hands and actually
just
talk
have a good
to the
time.
people that come to your website rather than, you know...
Just communicating, conversing.
Yeah, dude. All right. I'll see you, Pascal.
Hey, Dave.
Yep. David Keane, I picked you because you have the same name as I do.
I do have the same name as you do. How you going?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good.
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Where are you from in Australia?
Well, I'm
Are you on the
from-
cool part where like the beaches are at, like on the East Coast, or are you in like some weird place like Perth?
No, not in Perth, in South Australia.
Yeah.
So close to the East Coast, working my way around. One
Wait.
city at a time.
What does that mean? You're like in an RV? Like how are you getting around?
I'm driving to Melbourne in a week, which is on the East Coast. Not in an RV. I wish I was in an RV.
But
slowly moving my way through.
So I always heard like Melbourne. It was always like Melbourne or Melbourne or like. Give me the correct pronunciation. Give me the Australian pronunciation.
I believe it's Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
But it's an
in-
O-R or O-U-R-N something.
And then there's different accents within Australia for it as well.
Mhm.
So Melbourne pronounces things sort of cool and school.
They all sounded the same.
Yeah, that would make sense.
All right, here, I'm going to give you a challenge. You've got 3 questions that you can ask. They all have to be yes/no questions. I will answer them no matter what the question is. Are you ready?
It's a big challenge. I need time.
No, you don't have time. I'm going to cut you off if you can't think of them quick enough. Are you ready? You ready for number 1?
Yeah, right.
No, you're not ready. Here, I'll just randomly talk like this for a long period of time. This is what we do when things happen. Somebody makes like a long stretching movement, and they're like, "Oh, you're stretching it out." And have you thought of your first question?
I want to ask you a question. Yes. How do you? It's not going to be yes no though, so I'm going to lay it on you anyway.
So you're just gonna lie to me?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Are you excited for Dragon Age 2? Because I know you like the first one.
You know what? I don't know. I'll tell you, like Dragon Age 2 for me is it's the game that like everybody told me that I would hate, and
Yep.
so I've tried to stay away from it like as much as possible.
Sure.
Because I don't want to be judged by like everybody else telling me like, oh well, they console-fied it or whatever, something like that. I just want to have my good memories of Dragon Age, and I'll see what it is. Like I literally I haven't watched a trailer. And I have no idea. Like, I don't even know like if their marketing campaign is the same way they did it last time, which was
It's
no
really weird.
gameplay. What's question 2? You got question 2? Is it yes, no?
It's not. I'm failing. I'm happy we got to talk about Dragon Age though.
That's
I'll
it?
take 3.
All right.
That's
Dude, tell Australia, I love it. It's good. It's not a town. It's not even a city, but it's a country, and I love all of it. You guys wear hats. As far as Americans are concerned, you carry knives. It's a fun time.
we catch animals all the time. It's amazing over here. You guys need to.
Have you caught an animal?
No, I like.
Oh, that's a fucking lie. I'm cutting you off right now.
Oh man.
Thank you. Hey dude, that is not Callie, but keeps calling me and telling me that he is not Callie. Are you in a traffic jam? What's going on?
Hey guys, what's up?
How you doing?
Fine. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. You're calling back again.
I'm tired. It's like 3 a.m. here.
So keep telling me, every time you show up to me on Skype, you show up as Callie.
Yeah, it's Carl actually. Kalle is like Charlie in Swedish.
Yeah. So you're from Sweden?
Yeah. Cold ass Sweden.
Yeah.
Dave, I was just wondering, do you think you guys will show up here actually? Because we like 10, 11 fans from Giant Bomb right from this town.
So the weird thing is, like when we made the map, and I'm looking at Alexis here because Alexis, very funnily, like we hired a new designer, right? And so Alexis showed up, extremely awesome designer. And of course, what you do to a good designer is to throw him the dumbest possible idea that you could have. Like, hey, I would like you to separate the world into 4 regions: Europe, America, Canada, and Australia, right?
Yeah.
And so the funny thing with us is we have like this crazy big international audience, and a large part of it is, especially like since we actually, obviously big day one, like when we did the big live show, live or something, we had like a big amount of people, that just signed up. But since then, it's been mostly like European audience, and the weird ones have been it's been Sweden, it's basically been all the Nordic countries, and it's been like crazy for us. It's not crazy for you guys because everybody there speaks English, so we should have expected that. But for us,
but it's kind of sad though, because we don't have a normal gaming site here. We got like 2 or 3, but they suck, and they are so fanboy-like. So
like, what do you have to like? What do you deal with there? Like, where are your gaming sites? Don't worry, you can say other gaming sites. We don't care.
No, but they just. It's their jobs. It's just the money there. So they go there, work 8 hours, and then go home.
So it's like the dudes who are basically like, "Oh, you're buying advertising on our website, and here you go."
Yeah,
let me
like
tell you.
ad.
Yeah, let me tell you about Drakensang.
Yeah, exactly. And like,
there's like 7 people I think that got that joke. Like maybe the German, weird Neverwinter Nights clone, but.
But the Magica dudes, they actually went out and said that we're gonna focus on English and English speaking press because the Swedes sucks. So actually there are not much Swedish press around Magica, and that's a great game. What do you think of Magica?
Like the Magica stuff, I'm like really pumped about because I just like anytime that there's a small release that does really well. And so, like, as you press, you get, like, all these emails that come out. We basically just get, bombarded by people that make iPad games, like, all this kind of stuff. Like, just, they're hitting it up. And, like, half the time, they've got just random sort of games showing up. But it's pretty cool for us that it just ends up, when you see, like, a cool, inventive game sort of come out there and do well, like, that's what you want to see. Like, that's indie gaming,
Yeah.
But we've got to wrap it up. This is probably our last call. I'm very happy.
I have one final question though. The silver members, are they counting to this where you will show up, or is it only gold members?
So you're asking whether or not like the monthly members or the yearly workout? I think we'll probably base it based upon the yearly. From like a company standpoint, it helps us a lot more when people kind of pay us up front. And we, to be honest, we actually lose a decent amount of money when we're dealing with international audiences. Like we balance it out and we do the extra $10 to ship, but for us, like, we just don't care. It's like audience is audience, like it doesn't matter where you're from. Like, do you like video games? That's it. But I guess that's it. Today. Vinny's giving me he's circling horses or he's doing something over his head like a halo. He's doing it to me multiple times. Joey's telling me to stretch it out, which is counterproductive to this series, so we're going to have to close it down.
All right, Dave.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
This was the Whiskey Media Happy Hour. You're eating there with the slow tones of Dave Snyder. And thank you very much.